Hello. Hello. Happy Tuesday. How we doing? Oh my god. Today has been weird already. Look at all those 4 batches. I know. It's time to start phase 9. Whoa, crazy. That's such a weird morning, dude. Like, ID is real? Gasp! Yeah. I had this huge fucking weird morning, so I've been trying not to nap, which is hard because I'm insanely sleep deprived. And this morning I just couldn't stay awake, so I laid down. I think I was conked out for like less than an hour. I wasn't like asleep, I was just gonna rolling around. And I was playing, so Infinity Nikki updated this morning. And I was playing the new update, and I I basically dreamed about it, because I was just like, I wasn't even like really asleep. It's so funny. Yeah, no, it is an app, but like, yeah, it is an app. I just meant like, I didn't like, I was kind of like floating in and out of consciousness. And while that was happening, I was dreaming about, like, I was dreaming about being awake and playing Infinity Key. So that was funny. And I was like, I slept, right? And then I had a dream that it was like almost 2 p.m. and I'd missed stream time. And then I wake up and I look at the clock and it's like 11:30. So I'm like, whew, my brain was off by 2.5 hours. Good to know. So, but that was, I slept for like an hour. So now I'm like, could naps just work for an hour? Maybe, I don't know. That's a good place to start. It is a good place to start. Okay, let's start phase 9. Let's see what the fuck. Right, I really love giant robots. Well, I'm sorry for being sleepy. Which one do you prefer, the white one or the red one? After some intense deliberation, I chose the red one. It's the first plastic model that my dad ever bought for me. The red one. Saku's red master grade model. Of course, Big Sis chose the original Gundam. There's only 5 or 6 back then. Dad was gonna buy 1 robot model each for Big Sis and me. But unlike my sister, I knew next to nothing about all the different kinds of robots back then. When Dad asked me if I wanted the white one or the red one, I said the red one on a whim. And so Big Sis ended up with the white one, letting out a triumphant cry of, "Nicely done, Aki!" The white one is the hero's mech, and it's more popular and taller and looks cooler, but I didn't find that out until later. To me, they were both cool. I was just happy that Dad bought them for us at all. It's almost certainly Dad's fault that I ended up turning into the kindergartner that I was. When we got home, Dad built the plastic models for us. He figured that Mom would definitely complain if he bought them for himself, so he used his kids as an excuse. He looked thrilled as he put together Big Sis, Bam, and Maisaku. So a healthy nap normally is 10 to 20 minutes. If you're sleep deprived, which happens when falling asleep late AF, it can be 90 to 120 minutes. Well, that's the thing. Even when I go to, like, I got almost 8 hours of sleep last night and I'm still sleep deprived. You see the problem? I feel like there's something else. A few months later, and our sisters had become hooked on playing with plastic models. We were obsessed with them, even though they weren't exactly girly. Like, it clearly shows that the problem isn't necessarily that I'm going to sleep late or early, that it's a problem with my sleep quality, which is, yeah, that sucks. It really, really sucks. I just want to sleep normally, and I can only sleep unnormally. Right now I have no way of really dealing with it, which is also like, sad. I'm getting late of early. Well, yeah, like, it's work. I'm not saying that I'm gonna say, you know, like, fuck it and go to sleep at 4 a.m. That's stupid. I'm just saying it's bad no matter what I do, and I'm trying my best to mitigate it, and a good way to mitigate that is to have, you know, a nap for an hour or 2. Um, so that's what I've been doing. No, like yeah, like I'm telling you. I'm just telling you that even if I did everything right, I'm still suffering. Which I hate. I hate it. I just want to be able to like go to sleep for 8 hours and be normal. Like I just wish, I just wish I could go to sleep and get up at like, go to sleep at midnight, get up at 8 a.m. and then just, like live my life. But instead it's like, yeah. Well, the thing is, what I'm doing at night could, like, in some respects, could scarcely be called, sleeping. Yeah, what I do at night is, I think you would, like, generously speaking, call it tossing. Every time we played together, it would always end the exact same way, since Big Sis would enforce her own made-up rules. Like, this is so... I find this so funny. Beam. Like, it's so funny because it shows this petty side of Misaki where she's like, no, I win. I'm cooler. I win. The way Big Sis stood before me, white Gundam in hand, shining bright with triumphant light, was so incredibly cool. This is how I learned about the rules of victory. And the tragic beauty that was that person's, the pilot of the Red Machine's, fall. I'd argue that those play sessions ultimately defined who I am today. It's when me, Big Sis, and the Robotics Club began. So, hey, Big Sis. I opened the curtains vigorously. The gentle sunlight of early springs pours into my room. I look upon the many plastic models and figures that decorate my room one by one. My very first Saku and Gundam that Dad bought for us that day are still safely stored here. Those small plastic models are where our journey began. And now at long last, we finally achieved our dreams with our 8-meter-high giant robot. Alright, let's get going. For today's Gunbuild's 2 first test run. Sky's clear and blue. The crisp winter weather isn't too bad. The exam takers should be face first in their entrance exams at Kagoshima University right about now. As for me, I ended up spending New Year's without having chosen my post-graduation career path. Post-grad unemployment is pretty much a given now. Needless to say, my parents really got on my ass about it at the end of the year. Surprisingly, once I go to Tokyo for the expo, I don't think I'd mind setting up camp over there. Things will work out fine, even if I don't go on to college. Nah, even I know I'm probably being naive. Sorry, just double checking. There is... Okay, it doesn't say anything about needing to reply to any tweeps. But I refuse. Yeah. Yeah. Right. No! No! No. No. Nightheart Mafia. No, 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 no. Yeah. I need to de-toast it. Yeah, exactly. Akio comes up beside me and peeks in my face. Despite being in the same hot water as I am, Madam President over here is totally cool and collected. Or she's probably just not thinking about it. I'm guessing she's too focused on the robot to be worried about anything else.
今日は結構あったかいなって思ってね。んで、原付は止めてきた？
今日は起動テストするから、ようやく回の出番だよ。よろしくね。
でも俺、完成した2号機をまだ見てないんだけど。
だったら、今日これからたっぷり見ればいいよ。見た目はともかく、パフォーマンスはガンツク1より圧倒的に向上してるんだから。絶対、回もたぎるはずだよ。
Akio's in a really good mood today. She's clearly confident about how Model 2 turned out.
起動テストってことはさ、例によってめんどくさいギャラリーがたくさん詰めかけてきてるわけ？
それはない。アメ社長もね、ガンツク1の時で懲りたみたいだから、今回はガンツク2がまともに動くのを確認してから島のみんなにお披露目するんだって。
I love Chonker. Good old Chonker. I love your chunk.
それに、こんな島の端っこまでわざわざ見に来るような人はさすがにいないよ。
Oh, nice. Okay. We arrive at the entrance of the building to find Juna and already accidentally clicked square. Juna nods her head, a troubled expression on her face. Frau is clinging to Juna's leg. She looks pale as a ghost.
コナちゃん、具合悪いの？
長深田先生の運転で酔っちゃったみたい。
Juna points to the Thunder Emperor parked near the gate. Michi's sitting in the driver's seat with the window open so that all may hear his outrageous snores.
ゲロ吐きそう。あのクソコン。運転荒すぎわろた。いや、笑え。だから言ったじゃん。ミッチーの車で送ってもらうなんて自殺行為だって。
Paul got a taste of Michi's driving the very day she moved here. She really needs to hurry up and get a scooter license.
スバルは？もう中だよ。1時間前には来てたみたい。早っ。真面目だな。感心感心。カイ、同じ男子として見習ったら？
それって俺に対する頼みなわけ？
え？
Akio immediately realizes what I'm getting at. The expression on her face screaming, "Oh crap!"
そういうことなら、まず俺と勝負して。
もういいって。じゃあ、フラウボー、行こう。
Akio grabs Juna and Frau by the hands and pulled them inside the building.
ありゃいないな。
Granted, she knows better than anyone how that will go. In that sense, she made the right choice. Actually, I wonder if Naya-san is here today. I'd love to get a set in if possible. Model 2 isn't at the top of my list of priorities. I just leave Michi in the car. Jajan. As I enter the building, I'm met with the blast of cool air and a completely finished giant robot.
じゃじゃーん！これがガンツクプロジェクト試作2号機！略してガンツク2でーす！
へえ、すごいな。
I also feel like it honestly feels like Model 2 just kind of popped out of nowhere since I had so little to do with the construction. That being said, I did see the process unfold to a certain extent, I suppose. Assembly of Model 2 ramped up toward the end of last year. Its appearance practically oozes with the personality of its designer, Subaru. it definitely loses out to Model 1 in terms of charm and impact. The first thing that pops is how slim the body is. I mean, just look at the legs. There are open spaces in the shins. A complete 180 from Model 1's thick-ass legs. Plus, it just overall feels more robotic, if that makes any sense. Like some kind of decorative additions, like it was assembled with only the most necessary parts. Basically, it looks like a robot for industrial use, not one you've seen in anime. It does have a head, but only so that it can hold an omnidirectional camera and sensors. It has no face. Wait.
頭に貼り付けられてる紙みたいなのって何?
Stuck to Model 2's Boris rectangular head is a piece of paper with something that looks like a face on it.
顔?
見たまんまだよ。あと紙じゃなくて布だから。あの顔はうちのささやかな抵抗の後なの。
For whatever reason, Akio starts to pout.
スバルが顔に角とか目とかつけるの認めてくれないんだもん。せめて額の星型だけでも取り付けさせてほしいって言ったんだけど、あのスターはガンバレルの象徴なんだよ。わかるでしょ?
Nope, not at all. She should really be asking someone who's familiar with gun barrel, aka not me.
でもダメって言われた。
なんか全体的に安っぽいね。
でしょ?
ロボ1号機はもっとひどかったけど。
Akio glares at me, but I just let her eye lasers bounce right off of me.
あんな顔、誰も可愛いと思わないよ。
思わないからなんです?
Subaru appears from the back of the room. He walks over to us and bows his head in the most half-assed way
おはようご
possible.
ざいます。で、また不毛な議論を蒸し返すつもりですか?
不毛な議論って?
顔を作るか作らないかですよ。そんな話に丸一日も付き合わされたんです。
ああ、アキちゃんってそういうところはこだわりたがるからね。
顔はロボの命だとかなんとか散々文句を言われましたよ。実にナンセンスですね。
ナンセンス。
そもそもモ
ナンセンスです。
デルにガンバレルを使うのもやめた方がいいと言ってるくらいなのに。
なんで?
去年夏以降のスキャンダルはヤシオ先輩だって知ってるでしょ。今ガンバレルがどれだけ叩かれているか。
Oh, that. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to talk about the final episode in front of Frau or not. The subject's pretty delicate. The contents of the leaked episode, as well as the reveal that 13 staff members have mysteriously died, not to mention Kogori Minami's message. The gun barrel scandal continues to be debated across the entire world. Subaru's not mistaken that this is the worst possible time to model an expo robot after gun barrel, but...
ガンバレルは絶対に譲れない。これだけは絶対。
I knew Akio would say that.
そもそもガンバレル以外の 3D モデル持ってないし。
ええ、その辺は全部聞きました。だからそこはしょうがないとしても、ロボの命は顔じゃありません。性能です。
それは違うよ、スバル。特に二足歩行ロボットにはね、性能以上に容姿が重要だと思う。でなきゃわざわざ無駄で効率の悪い人の形にする意味がないもん。
確かに対人コミュニケーション用としては必要ですが、それはあくまで基本システムがきちんと確立されてからの話です。だいたい設計図の段階でも顔はなかったのに、ほぼ出来上がってから急に言い出すのはと、医療で見ればちゃんとそこにガンバレルがいるし、顔だってあるんです。それでいいじゃないですか。
でもさ、現物に可愛さが全然足りないって思わない？ガンツクワンはね、足も太いし性能もどうしようもなかったけど、それでも可愛げはあったよ。
He sucked, but he was kind of cute.
やっぱりロボの命は顔なんだってば。ね、ジュンもそう思うよね。
Don't bring her into your arguments every time. Oh my god. Juna's flustered at the sudden cue to speak. Way to put her on the spot.
そうかも。
そうかも。大徳先輩は部長に賛成なんですか？
私は
Juna finished a bit before deciding to look at him.
可愛い方がいいと思う。 思い入れしやすいし。
Wow, not bad for an introvert, Juna. I don't think she's ever expressed her opinion to Subaru so concisely before. I mean, he is younger than her, but it's just kind of hard to believe.
割とどうでもいい。
I love this response so much. Warito doudemoi. I don't care. It's so good. Welp.
ヤシオ先輩は、
俺はどっちかっていうと性能かな。全一狙うためにはキャラ性能って結構重要だったりするからさ。あまりにも性能が悪すぎるキャラを選ぶのはマニアックとかチャレンジャーとかじゃなくて単なるマゾだね。
2対2、危険1ですか。決着はつかずです。結局のところこの議論は設計思想やロボットに対する捉え方に対立軸が行き着くんですよね。
いや、好みの問題じゃないの
ですね。そういう言い方でもいいです。そしてそれは僕がロボ部に入ってから、いや入る前からずっとやり合っている話で、おそらく今ここで話しても平行線のままで終わるでしょう。
He has a point. Neither of them plan to back down even the slightest
顔の
bit.
件はあれだけ話し合って決着は一度ついたんです。それで我慢してください。僕だって不本意ながらも妥協案を出したじゃないですか。
That face cloth is supposed to be a
という
compromise.
か、あそこまで完膚なきまでに論破したのに、部長はよく証拠りもなく僕に反論できますね。少しは僕の考えについて理性的な反撃ができるんですか？できるなら聞きますが。
なんで俺に八つ当たりするんだよ。
She messed up my hair again. Why didn't she attack Subaru? I had absolutely nothing to do with any of this.
反論はできないから起動テストを始めよう。
分かってもらえてよかったです。
いつかスバルをコテンパンに言いまかして泣かせてやるんだから。
I don't see that happening in our lifetime.
では起動テストについての注意点を僕の方から。
その前に
Juna timidly raises her hand.
天のおじさんが来てないけど始めちゃってもいいのかな。
Nice-san isn't the only one absent. Nobody from JAXA is present, actually.
そういえばそうだね。珍しいな。まあでも諸注意とあと操縦方法の説明くらいはしておいても大丈夫でしょう。今日の起動テスト主役はカイとジュンだからね。操縦方法ちゃんと覚えておいて。
Controls, huh? If this were a match, they'd be the most important thing to remember if I wanted to win.
では改めて説明します。オペレーター、サブオペおよび駆動システム担当者はきちんと聞いておいてください。フルゴーリ、君のことだ。ちゃんと聞いてくれ。
だが断る。
こと。
そんなわけで続きをどうぞ。
ここま
They
では
really can deal with
ほ
her.
ぼ僕と部長だけが働いていたようなものですが、今日からはバトンを渡しますんで。明日以降は万博への搬送に入るまでおよそ1ヶ月、3人にたっぷりとセッティングを詰めていってもらいます。きっちり仕上げないと万博でグランプリをもらえないと思ってください。
はいはい。
だが断る。
もうそれはいいから。
しょぼーん。
Shabo. Yeah, she's so relatable. Fall over her shoulders, I'll just leave her be.
頑張れる試作2号機の特徴としては、
Subaru pauses for a second, quickly glances around the room.
モノポールモーター。これを使っているのが最大の特徴です。この電動式モーターを採用したことで、1号機とは比べ物にならないほどの高い運動性を実現しました。1号機と同じ感覚で操縦すると、あまりの動きの速さに驚くと思います。駆動システムについては、僕の M45 で使っていた姿勢制御ソフトをフルゴールに改造してもらいました。端的に言うと、リアルタイムでの3次元スキャニングと医療のストリートビューイング機能等を連動させた位置測定、姿勢制御機能ですね。
According to Subaru's explanation, here's the basic rundown. Model 2 is equipped with 3D scanners on both shoulders. By scanning its surroundings, the AI automatically controls the robot's posture. Not only that, but apparently it's synced up with the Edo Street View app. The photos that users all over the world upload onto Edo are taken with the 3D camera installed on Pokecoms. Basically, though it may be artificial, the Edo Street View app is digitized in 3D. By referencing this data, Model 2 can more precisely identify the terrain.
画期的なのは入力されたコマンドに対して AI が未来予測を行い、あらかじめオペレーターにその予測結果を提示してくれるということ。これにより危険な動きにつながりそうな時は事前に緊急停止する余裕が生まれるんです。大した動作はできない試作2号機においては宝の持ち腐れかもしれませんがね。いずれにせよ遠隔操縦のおかげで安全性はかなり上がってます。1号機よりずっと安全ですよ。
I'm extremely grateful to Subaru for that. Back when I piloted Model 1, I thought I was gonna piss myself in terror.
それでこの試作2号機を動かす上で一つはコマンド入力。これはフルゴーリの作ったキルバラシステムを導入しました。操縦感覚はヤシオ先輩がロボアンで使った種菓子マシンとほぼ同じです。
種菓子マシンさんかいね。
Subaru completely ignores Akiho's nitpicking.
あらかじめ登録しておいたコマンドに対応した動作のみをロボ2号機は実行します。なので自由に好き勝手な動きをさせられるわけじゃありません。今のところ登録されているコマンドは基本動作が3つ、特殊動作が1つだけです。これはセッティングの段階で必要に応じて増やしていってください。ちなみにコマンドはキルバラや種菓子マシンよりも難易度を上げています。これは安全性を考えた結果です。これだけの大きさだと事故が起きた時に大惨事になりかねませんから、うっかり誤入力してしまうのを避ける狙いがあります。で、コマンド入力とは別に1号機にはなかった操作が2号機には必要でして、それがあそこに置いてあるレーザ銃座です。
Sitting by the base of Model 2's foot is what looks like a missile launch pad or some kind of gun emplacement. A cylindrical device about 2 meters long is being supported by a pedestal. At the end of the device is a handle and a set of buttons. It's connected to a large generator via a thick cord. What the hell is this thing?
レーザ光送電装置です。毒の趣味のせいでこんな物騒なデザインになってしまいましたが、これを2号機のパラボラアンテナへ向けて照射することで電力を送ります。今後2号機の操縦と送電についてはヤシオ先輩と大徳先輩2人のオペレーターで交互に担当してください。
As soon as he finishes speaking, Juna's expression clearly
注意点
stiffens.
としては人に向けてはいけないということです。
Yeah, we heard all about the dangers of that thing when we decided how to power Model 2. Apparently it doesn't take much to kill someone with it. So needless to say, neither myself nor Juno wants that kind of responsibility.
私そんな怖いの操作できません。
俺も人殺しちゃう威力なんでしょ。
Why would anyone in their right mind allow some uncertified high schoolers to use something like that?
ああ、その点は大丈夫。ちゃんとね、安全装置をつけてもらったの。ガンツク2のパラボラアンテナに照準が当たってる時だけレーザーが発射される仕組みになってるんだ。
Okay, so it's not like it's gonna hurt anyone.
ちょっとでも照準が外れたら自動的にレーザーは止まっちゃうの。あと本番ではこの銃座をもっとコンパクトで小さなものに変更する予定。お父さんの知り合いのメーカーさんにね、試作品を作ってもらってるからもうちょっと待ってて。
Oh, cool. That should make it harder for accidents to happen. Juno sighs in very evident relief.
もちろん稼働時には JAXA の人に監督してもらうつもり。ちょっとでも危険だって判断したら止めてもらうようにお願いしてあるよ。ただレーザー光送電はね、出力がそんなにないからずっと送電し続けてないとすぐに電力切れになっちゃうの。しかもガンツク2はパフォーマンス中上下左右に動き回るでしょ。そんな状態でも正確にパラボラアンテナに狙いを定める腕が必要になる。こればっかりは練習あるのみかも。カイはそういうのゲームで慣れてそうだけど。
どうかな。
Having good aim is key to doing well in first-person shooters, but Kill Ballad is a fighting game. The genre is completely
で
different.
もレーザー銃座の操作は俺の方が向いてるだろうね。 そういうことならメインオペレーターは純ちゃんがやれば。
That way I can focus on the laser and Juna can focus on moving Model 2 around.
そんな私はサブでいいよ。
Juna hesitantly shakes her head back and
だっ
forth.
てさっきレーザー銃座にはあからさまに拒否反応を見せてたじゃないか。
それは危険かもって思ったからで。ジュンがメインオペレーターならアメ社長も喜ぶんじゃない？
Oh yeah, that's right. He's been fond of Juna since the Model 1 days. He might even give us more money if Juna steps up to play as the main operator.
本当に私はサブでいいの。操縦はヤシオくんみたいに上手な人がやるべきで。
2号機はホビーロボとはわけが違います。技術は一切求められない。誰でも操縦できるとも言えます。必要な時に必要なコマンドを入力さえすればいい。ある意味客寄せパンダです。2号機のオペレーターにはそれ以上の役割はありません。
Four Eyes, you could at least try to be a little thoughtful with how you word things. You basically just told Juna that she brings nothing to the table and can be easily replaced.
少なくともヘ
Real.
ラヘラしていて態度だけでかい男子よりは
Is that supposed to be me?
小柄で
Yes.
小動物的な女子の方が観客受けはいいでしょう。
No, he's right. Kai is inherently unappealing.
スバル、それじゃ褒めてるのかけなしてるのかわかんないよ。せめてジュンは可愛いからメインオペレーター向きだって言ってあげればいいのに。
言えるわけないでしょ。
I hope they end up together.
ごめんなさい。
Why is Juna apologizing? She always apologizes for no reason.
私としてはヤシオくんと2人で一緒に頑張っていきたいなって。いきなりメインに抜擢されてもというわけでこのままサブで。
純ちゃんがそこまで言うならしょうがないか。
It so ends my master plan to push all the responsibility onto her. Man, Juna really is nothing but earnest, huh? Honestly, I think the SOP operator has a way more scary job than the main operator, but that's just me.
じゃあこれまで通りオペレーターはメインがカイでサブがジュンね。2人とも操縦方法とレーザー銃座のコツ頑張って両方覚えること。っていうかオペレーター2人だけじゃなくて部員は全員覚えた方がいいかも。
We should avoid a situation where Model 2 doesn't work because one of us is out for the count.
すみません、お待たせしちゃって。
It's then that Nisan finally shows up. She apologetically lowers her head time and time
ちょっ
again.
と会議が長引いちゃいました。会議？日曜？まあ。
So just means she's trying to avoid talking about it.
それより起動テストもう始めるんですよね。春中さんもすぐ来ますからサクサクと準備しちゃいましょう。ファイト！おー！
Nisan shoots her fist into the air. She's just as excited as Akiho is today.
それじゃあ次はフラウボーに操縦方法を説明してもらおうかな。
Paul is sitting by the wall. When called, she sluggishly rises to her feet. She looks a little bit better, maybe.
キルバラと同じって前から何度も言ってたっしょ、上皇。
それは分かってるけど全く同じってわけじゃないでしょ。
そうは優雅な大佐。説明も何もコマンド表配ればそれで OK じゃね。はい、ヤシオ先輩。
She's so weird. While keeping her head lowered, sneaks a small piece of paper into my hand. Why is she pretending like this is some kind of secret? On the piece of paper are 5 different commands. Advanced strafe, 90-degree turn, crouch, pose. As Subaru mentioned earlier, all of the commands require at least 3 button inputs. The controls are annoyingly precise and feel like ones you'd find in a character designed for pro players. It'll take some practice, but as long as I get the timing down, I should be fine. Should be a piece of cake compared to Kill Ballad. The only exception is the crouch command. This one requires 2 inputs. I quickly memorized the commands and passed the list to Juna.
決めポーズっていうのが万博でやるパフォーマンス用のコマンドね。コマンドを入れることで一連の動きをセットでやってくれるの。 だいたい20秒くらいの動作だよ。
Apparently, Juna's mocap performance has already been programmed into the system.
フラウボ、今は撃砕第一の調整中なんだっけ？
Frau nods.
一応ね、もう一つ、純の型をパフォーマンス用に取り入れるよね。
Mm.
それについてはフラウボーの作業待ちなんだ。万博開催中にもモーションはどんどん増やしていこうかなって思ってる。
ちなみに指とか動かす予定は今のところありませんから。
物をつかめるようには作ってありますがね。
無駄機能だね。
今後のアップデートの余地があると思ってもらえれば。
一昨日ぐらいにみんなのポケコンにキルバラシステムをダウンロードしてもらったよね。ちゃんと落とした？
Frau messaged me about it the day before yesterday. I've already downloaded it.
それ起動させるとスカスカ頑張れるの目とつながるから。
Slender Gun
ス
Barrel.
カスカ頑張れる。
That is a good name.
前のは寸胴頑張れる。今回のはスカスカ頑張れるっていう。
Her name instantly leaves something to be desired.
ちなみにキルバラシステムみんなが一斉に立ち上げると同時接続可能な件。ただコントロール可能なのは最初に接続した一人だけ。コントロールを他の人に預けたいときは一度ログアウトすれば OK。 そしたら2番目に接続した人にコントロール移る。
自動検出？
イグザクトリー。その通りでございます。
Exactly, indeed. Despite making endless excuses, Frau really came through for us with an impressive system. About what I'd expect from a genius programmer.
じゃあロボ2号機はもう動かせる？
まだです。今は天井クレーンから吊るされてる状態なので、試作2号機は自立はできないんです。ホビーロボと同じですよ。電源を入れて初めて各モーターにパワーが入るんです。そこでやっと自立できる。
When it's not turned on, it doesn't have the necessary power to keep itself standing, just like a newborn baby. Without power, the joints in the legs can't withstand its own weight, they'd be crushed flat under it all. Supplying power gives the robot enough juice to keep itself standing upright. Electrical power will be supplied to the robot via laser to its parabolic antenna. Said antenna is on Model 2's back. Its back is currently against the walls that can't receive power. In order to power it up, the Model 2 has to be moved to the center of the building via the ceiling crane. According to Subaru's explanation, Gun Build 2 executes the crouch command automatically upon shutting down. He also informs us that whenever we finish operating it, we always have to end it in the crouch state or else it'll topple over and we'd have problems.
では準備を始めましょう。楽しみですね。
Dyson calls out to us with a huge smile on her face. She might be the most excited person in the room. Alright, even I'm getting amped up somehow. As per the usual, Harunaka-san operates the ceiling crane and pulls Model 2 to the center of the room. I'm on support duty for Juna, who's currently in charge of the laser gun. Juna holds the grip at the end of the gun and presses the irradiation button. At that point, the device still does nothing. Looks like the safety mechanism is working properly. Right next to us is a power generator, about the size of a light motor vehicle running at full capacity. This outputs a large amount of energy. The merit of wireless electricity transmission is that this thing doesn't have to be loaded into the robot's body. Yep. Model 2 was built specifically to perform at the expo, so the generator doesn't need to be able to move around. And so, while we end up having to use this annoying laser transmission system, the robot also loses a dramatic amount of weight. In regards to the laser gun, it has proper iron sights, much like a real gun. I told Juna to aim down the sights and point the tip towards the parabolic antenna on Model 2. Juna moves it as told and aligns the iron sights with the antenna. A visible red laser beam immediately and silently fires out of the gun.
すごい。
これ触ると皮膚とか溶けちゃうのか。
I'd definitely be keeping my distance. The beam hits the dish of the parabolic antenna and gathers in one place through the condensing lens.
バッテリー充填開始。一応起動はできると思われ。
スバルー、ガンツク2を下ろして。
Subaru asks Harunaka-san to operate the crane, and Model 2's dangling feet are slowly lowered to the
それ
ground.
じゃあガンツク2電源入れるよ。
The most tense part of the test is here. The only person in our audience is Naisan. The Jackson workers who advised us and Mrs. Onomiya aren't here for some reason. We asked Doc to come, but he said he was busy developing some new equipment or something. Michi is asleep in the car parked outside, and Mr. Candy isn't here either. We didn't advertise this to the public, so nobody's here to watch this go down. Which means that right now it's just the 5 Robotics Club members, Nai-san and Harunaka-san on the crane. 7 people total. Akio looks far more composed than she did during the Model 1 test. Juna, once terrified of robots, is firmly gripping the laser gun, holding her breath and watching Model 2 attentively. You know resident Schadenfrau is present and accounted for. Despite the tough situation with his dad, Subaru's here nonetheless, albeit in secret. 4 months have passed and summer came and went. The Robotics Club finally grown a little. Subaru, Frau and Juna. We freely made use of their strength, cooperated with them. The 5 of us, although I didn't really do anything, built this new giant robot and are trying to breathe life into it. Akio shoves her hand into her skirt pocket and reverently pulls out a switch that fits in the palm of her hand. On the black rectangular box is a round red button, nice and simple. Is that the activation switch for Model 2? We could have used cloud computing to manage the drive system. Not only would we have been able to control Model 2 from a Pokécom, we'd be able to turn the power on and off as well. However, after the incident in Tokyo with Robots Aurori Industry, Paul wanted to avoid that. That's the reason why the power switch is this clunky, unimpressive button. I have next to no idea how it works though. But in terms of creating a sense of mystique, it might actually be just right.
起動テスト最終判断をナイさんお願いします。はい、起動テストは GO です。
Naisan seems really into this. After hearing her response, Akio looks at me and nods
ガン
firmly.
ツクプロジェクト試作2号機電源起動リフトオフ。
With a declaration, Akio forcefully pushes the button in her hand. All of the motors in Model 2 begin creaking to life as the drive starts up. It kinda looks like a sleepy old man waking up and slowly standing to attention. But I suppose that's not just limited to old dudes. 3D scanners of the robot's shoulders shoot narrow laser beams at the walls and
あ
floor.
のレーザーは人殺さない？
大丈夫。あれは単なる赤外線レーザーだよ。
スカスカ頑張れる。起動したお。OS 正常に作動中。レーザースキャナー周辺マップデータロード開始。スキャンも展開中。
Flaw is apparently receiving telemetry data. She looks at her Pokécom and reads out the information.
バッテリー充電率は 0.5%。送電止めたら即停止するレベル。
それは責任重大かな。
空手先輩、しっかり狙っといて。
オス。
Osu!
でもまあ、とりあえずこれで普通に動かせるわけだな。現在のコントロールはヤシオ先輩のポケコンだを。
たぎってきた。
Os!
一発頑張れる。
I said you're finishing.
アキちゃん興奮しすぎ。
ワイヤー外します。
Oh my god. You got a pike. The wires connecting Model 2 to the ceiling crane all detached. The scaffolding is also moved away. As of right now, Model 2 is completely standing on its own. Not only that, it shows no signs of falling over either.
ここまでは順調だよ。さあ、カイ、記念すべき第一歩を。
Model 2's control priority rests with my Pokécom. Meaning only I can control it. I start up the Kill Ballot System app. I'm asked to register the camera's neutral position.
最初にカメラのニュートラルポジション登録よろ。それをするとポケコンのジャイロとカメラの向きが同期するんで。
I hold my Pokécom up to my face and register that as the neutral position. On the monitor, I see the inside walls of the building from a position 8 meters off the ground. It's real-time footage from the omnidirectional camera on top of Model 2's head.
種子しマシンの時よりキルバラっぽさが出てる。
デュフフ、もちろんそうよ。
ポケコンを上下左右に向ければカメラもそっち方向を映すよ。
Damn. Left and right and left and up and down? Oh my goodness. Holy shit. I try it out and the scenery on the screen moves accordingly. When I tilt it downward, I can see Akiho looking up. I also spot Juna gripping the laser gun and both Frau and I fiddling with our Pokecoms.
ガンツク2の顔の向きとはさすがに連動してないけどね。
The face is just decorative after all. Plus, since it's an omnidirectional camera, there's no need to move it. Even I understand that.
じゃあまずは前進してみるよ。
よろしく頑張れる発進
I quickly input the advanced command. It reacts immediately. Model 2's body shakes as its many motors activate before it leans slightly to the left. Lifts its right foot up. Then the right leg smoothly takes a step forward. The joints are in the ankle, knee, and groin. The servo motors in both legs work together perfectly with the sound of gears turning together erupting forth. The right foot lands on the ground and the left side returns to neutral in response. Just like that, the body is perfectly parallel again. Then the body leans to the right. This time the left foot rises up. It continues on and moves forward. It stops moving when both legs are side by side again. The series of motions is attached to the advanced command. It took a little over 10 seconds for Model 2 to walk 2 steps. The whole process was so smooth that it felt like something made by professionals. I think back on Model 1 6 months ago and how much of a struggle it was for it to take a single step.
どうねえかいどう
すげえ。1号機の鈍足っぷりとは大違いじゃないの。
Nicen's cheeks are flushed in excitement as she claps her hands in fierce applause.
すごかったです感動しちゃいましたとても高校生が作ったとは思えない技術力ですよそれだけロボ部の皆さんが優秀だっていうことですね私の目に狂いはなかったです生で見るのもいいですけどイルオを通して見ると本物のガンバレルが実際に動いている空気感を感じられましたまさに一粒で二度美味しいです
I'm not sure how you managed to describe it like it was food, but whatever. It's completely true that for everyone here in attendance, that first step had a huge effect on them. Looking up at the crane, Harunaka-san is giving Subaru a powerful handshake. Subaru's grinning, riling in pride. Subaru is usually calm and collected, but he was the center of Model 2's design. I'm guessing he must be super happy about this. Even I could never could have predicted our little project would end up like this. This robot of ours might actually stand a chance at the expo. I truly feel that way.
ただですね
Nice-san expression suddenly darkens. She opens her mouth slowly like it's hard to put her words together.
実はすごく急なんですけど来週までに皆さんにここから撤収してもらわないといけなくなっちゃったんですよ
Whoa, hey now. This really is sudden.
撤収ってどういうことですさっき緊急の会議があったって言いましたよね詳しくはそのうち所長からも説明がいくと思いますが5年ぶりに種子島からのロケット打ち上げが決まりましておお
そうなの
Talking about breaking news! I'd be lying if I said I wasn't excited. Fuck, man. My voice is dying. Maybe even more so than when Model 2 moved just now. I was convinced that the TNSC would never launch another rocket again.
はいそれでこの大崎第一事務所は発射場から近いでしょ打ち上げ時には立ち入り禁止になるエリアなんですセキュリティのこともあってここを皆さんに貸すのはこれ以上は無理そうという話が出まして本当にごめんなさい
Nice-san bows her head deeply.
これからセッティング始めるって時期にタイミング最悪だわな
フラウボンもジュンもどうしてしょんぼりしてるのまたこの島でロケットの打ち上げが見られるなんてすごいニュースなのに
Ah,
たぎ
shit.
ってきちゃった
But what about the robot?
と今頃お父さんもたぎっちゃってるはず
Aki is speaking from the heart. She's not just trying to be strong right now. I get that, but like, she's probably right about her dad too. He stayed on as chief, believing that this day would come. Akiho knew that. But Frau's right, the timing couldn't be any worse. If we had one more month, we wouldn't have to get kicked out.
それで1週間以内に撤収って決定事項？
はい。交渉して粘ってみたんですけど、全く相手にされませんでした。私もまだまだ新入りなので立場が弱くて力及ばずです。ごめんなさい。
Whenever the TNSC has a launch, the rockets usually arrive on the island months before the launch date. Simultaneously, Jackson, the manufacturer, send engineers here to start assembling the rocket in the VAB. The VAB is right for the gate in front of the first Saki office and up the hill. Considering all of that, it's really sad to have to push us out within the week.
実は今回の打ち上げ、今年に入ってから決まったみたいなんです。
I guess it's very...
現場はてんやわんやで、こんなに無茶なスケジュールは聞いたことがないっていうぐらい。正直、私も戸惑ってます。
Nison seems full of regret, but at the end of the day, the TNSC is a launch site. This is what they do. We were lent the space for free. We have no right to complain. And so with that, we have to withdraw. Fortunately, Jackson will provide vehicles with which to transport Model 2, so we don't need to do much prep work. But considering that we just had a successful Model 2 test run, I can't help but feel like we hit a major bump in the road. Alrighty. After hearing the news yesterday, I've been getting more and more hyped. At this point, I'm practically buzzing with excitement. This is the most excited I've been for anything ever. I'm kind of surprised at myself. I didn't think I liked rockets this much. Before my eyes passes a large truck carrying a nearly 4-meter tall cylindrical part, moving at around 2 to 3 kilometers per hour. Prefectural Road 586 was built in 2010 to connect Minamitane to the Tanegashima Space Center. The road is optimized for transporting rocket parts and is pretty much the only free-lane road on Tanegashima. Naturally, the road was built this way to smoothly transport rocket parts. It's been 6 to 7 years since the TNSC would launch nearly 3 rockets a year. The site in front of me knocked me way back in time. Whenever it was time for a launch, parts would arrive a few months before launch at Shimama Harbor in the western end. It's a little less than 20 kilometers from that harbor to the TNSC located in the southeastern end of the island. From National Highway 58, they'd cut through the center of Minamitane, then jump onto Prefectural Road 586. The vehicles move at a walking pace, so when they come through town, there was plenty of time to go and watch. And so today, with no classes to attend, I come to watch. The rocket parts are painted black. The H-2A rockets were painted white, so these leave quite a different impression. When it comes to black rockets, the first thing that comes to mind is the Soviet Soyuz rocket, but that was painted a dark green, which is not exactly black. Apparently, JAXA is entrusting a private enterprise with this launch. That explains why everything is so weird and different from years ago. A private enterprise? You don't think that that may be... Sorry. In the past, I'd often come to watch the rockets like this. For one, the road has always been close to my house, and back then, I had a silly and attainable dream of becoming an astronaut. But most of all... It's a rocket!
これが組み立てられて宇宙まで飛んでいくのよ。正しき資質。人だけじゃなくてロケットにだってそれがある。ゴー！ホットドッグ！ゴー！
Like that Misane would call out at the rocket parts being slowly carried along the road. Thinking back on it now, she was a pretty strange high school girl. But I didn't dislike that about her back then, or now. I started whispering it, but an old lady standing nearby gives me an odd look, so I hurriedly look away. I can't help as a pained smile forces itself across my face. Maybe I'll buy a hot dog at the convenience store. Lonso is within walking distance from here, so why not? That'll be the end of my break. After that, I'll be back to my original goal, hunting down the Kimijima report.
今日の探索場所候補を教えてよ。
了解しました。
Despite having to pull out from the TNSC, our test immediately picked up again with the Expo rapidly approaching. According to Lune Evenfall, there are issues popping up all over due to the Hori construction. We're running all these tests to take care of them one by one. That's how we go about adjusting Model 2 settings, repeating things over and over again. Until the transport truck prepared us for us by JAXA arrives, we have no choice but to awkwardly continue our tests here. Though to be perfectly honest, I'm more interested in the BAP that's basically right next to us. It's practically killing me. The launch date is scheduled for late February. Compared to the schedule for the H-2A rockets, it's crazy fast. Oh, and that reminds me, I saw some people from the mass media earlier this morning. Apparently the reopening of TNSC has become quite a conversation piece in Tokyo. Oh crap. I shift gears and regrip the handle of the laser gun. I then fix the iron sights onto the parabolic antenna. When the targeting aligns, the gun automatically fires its high output laser. We're currently doing a walking test with Juna as the pilot. The sight of a giant robot lumbering around is imposing, even more so since we're indoors. That said, the walk cycle is a little bit stiff. Its actual steps and overall movement are fairly smooth. It's just that after taking 2 steps, it'll occasionally stop for a few seconds. Takes a step, then goes to move the other leg. That's when it'll sometimes stop for around 3 to 4 seconds. It's extremely frustrating to watch. Why is this happening, you ask? Juna's failing at consecutive inputs. To make Model 2 advance, you just have to input the advance command. However, that'll only move it 2 steps. To make it continue walking as soon as the previous action complete, another advance command has to be input. Repeating this at length will result in uninterrupted walking. But Juna's timing is incredibly off. The command for advancing consists of 3 well-timed consecutive button presses. As for why such a basic action requires a complex input, apparently it's for safety purposes. I mean, yeah, how much doesn't, like, even with all of the weight that's been taken off of it, how much doesn't that thing weigh? Like, it has to weigh a lot. Like, even, yeah. Even with everything going on. A lot, yeah. It's still probably very heavy. Imagine what would happen if someone was standing at its feet and it started advancing due to an accidental input. To prevent that, all of Model 2's actions are said to require at least 3 button presses. Problem is, that means that even the most basic process of making Model 2 walk requires a 3 button input. Oh! Doing an on guard run. Let's go! Let's go! Lesbians with swords! Woo! Woo! Sorry. Kill Ballad has me used to stuff like this, but Juna's no gamer. This might be a bit too much for her. Can't wait to check it on VOD later today. Hell yeah! Speaking of which, she doesn't look the least bit relaxed as she controls Model 2. Her gaze keeps fidgeting back and forth between the Pokécom control screen and the robot itself. She's such a mess that just watching her is irritating me. It makes sense that your field of view in an FPS is narrow. I'm used to KP, so this feels perfectly normal. It might actually be a bad thing for the omnidirectional camera to feed into the Pokécom screen. Though unlike KP, it's not like we're fighting someone. I doubt anything unexpected is gonna happen. I have my way of doing things and Juna has hers. Rather than pushing mine onto her, it's important for Juna to find what works best for her. The robot starts walking again. In terms of size, the facility is maybe 50 meters in length. Walking for 15 or 16 steps brings Model 2 to a wall. The operator must then input the 90-degree turn command twice for 180 degrees total and head back. On the return trip, the parabolic antenna is out of sight for the laser gun, so I get to take a break. Nyson comes up beside me and smiles wryly as she whispers.
俺。
ふふちょっと意外です。
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Naisan looks me in the eyes with a mischievous smile on her
カイ
face.
ト君はこういう地味なのは好まないかと思ってました。
ひどいな。それは完全に誤解だよ。むしろ俺ほど反復練習が好きなやつはいないぐらいなんだから。
I know, right? Like, she's like, I don't understand how you would like such repetitive shit, and it's like, he plays fighting games! That's the whole point! Is in putting the same commands over and over until you learn them, you know? Like, yeah, like, that's very repetitive work.
これでもさ、キルバラの善人として日々涙ぐましい努力をしてるわけよ。
Even now, I'll practice the same KB combo over and over before going to bed, see? That's what I mean. If I didn't do that, my skills would falter and I'd be surpassed in the rankings by other players, just like that.
ごめんなさい。でも理にかなった練習メニューだと思います。
This isn't just to train me and Juna, this is so we can adjust the settings as well. Flaw is constantly gathering telemetry data. She accounts for our habits as operators and then makes minute adjustments. We're getting a feel for the controls. Both Juna and I each have our own unique quirks when it comes to operating Model 2. Command input reception timing. The lag between input and output. Flaw said the UI can be optimized for things like that. Additionally, by providing the auto balancer with experience, the data will allow its precision to increase dramatically.
それにしたって地味すぎだよ。
Akio joins the conversation.
これがアニメだったら絶対に視聴率取れずに打ち切りだろうな。側もない巨大ロボがのしのし歩いては振り返ってるだけだもん。たまには決めポーズをズキャーンって決めるのを混ぜたりしようよ。あと新しいモーションも考えたい。
それはここを撤収してハンガーに移動してからでいいって言ってるでしょ。今は俺と純ちゃんが操縦になれることが大切なんだって。そんなの必要ないって言うなら俺はいつでもこの練習をサボらせてもらうけどね。
ごめん。でもうちだけ暇なんだもん。部長だから全体を統括しろってスバルには言われてるんだけど。
I like how he's telling the president what she should be doing. Maybe he's the one actually pulling the strings. Speaking of which, Subaru isn't here for today's tests. Not only does he have his dad to deal with, he still has classes to attend, unlike us third years. Please pay no mind to our other second year Frau who is currently skipping school entirely.
それって逆に言うと
Did she ever go to school anyway?
作業はないってことでしょ。
She's gone to school once. This entire game. Maybe twice. I don't know.
ただ見てるだけなのって最初はたぎったけどさすがに飽きてきちゃう。気を抜いちゃってますね。いけませんよ。アキホちゃんはいわば責任者なんですから。何も問題が起こらないよう全体に目を光らせるのがあなたの役目です。それはこれから万博に出ていく時にも言えることですよ。そうなんですけど、やっぱうち何か作業やってる方が性に合ってるっていうか。
組み立てまではアキちゃんが頑張ってきたわけでしょ。たまには休んでもいいと思うよ。
だからうちはもっともっとたぎりたいんだってば。まるでマグロみたいですね。マグロ？泳ぎ続けてないと死んじゃうんですよ。あ、そうそう、そんな感じ。
だったら俺が代わってあげるよ。
I point to the laser gun with my eyes.
またロケットの運搬見学してくるから。
それはダメ。カイにはこれまでサボってた分たっぷり頑張ってもらわないと。
ああ、そう。
I mostly just don't want to be stuck here doing tests every single day. I don't actually plan on going to watch the rocket transports. The real reason I want to get away is because we've broke into 2020 and I still haven't found the last Kimijima report. The reason I skipped yesterday and made excuses is because I'm looking for that last report. After about 30 minutes of watching the transports, I spent the rest of the time searching the island. I've been doing this since the end of last year. With no classes, I've been searching at night as well. All of my attempts have been in vain, and on top of that, my own mother thinks I'm a delinquent now. Didn't think it'd be this hard to find. Fortunately, Sister Centipede is still operational and has been providing tips as to where the last report might be. But this time, even Sister Centipede seems to be throwing in the towel. I'm getting more and more impatient. The Kimijima reports predicted a large solar storm in 2020. It may only be January, but that doesn't change the fact that it is 2020. Let me check something. It's completely possible that today or tomorrow a solar storm of the same scale as last year, so even bigger, will hit Earth. But while I'm feeling increasingly impatient, I'm also feeling hesitant about finding the last report. Unlike the previous ones, Kimijima Report number 7 isn't a detailed description of the future. Activating it will distribute the Kimijima reports around the world. It's like a key that'll unlock the truth for the public. As far as I'm concerned, everything contained in these reports is completely true. There's no doubt in my mind. But even then, there's still a 0.1% chance that they end up being nothing but lies. Dispersing the Kimijima reports around the world could cause unnecessary chaos, which had me feeling a tad hesitant. This isn't the sort of thing that a rural high school kid should be responsible for. Man, what have I gotten myself into? Yet here I am still searching. I've already come this far. There's no turning back now.
ほら、はい。また照準がずれてるよ。
おっと
The robot has already finished making its turn. I can see the parabolic antenna from my position. I hurriedly aligned the iron sights with it. While Model 2 is equipped with batteries, they're rather small. They have a 3-minute operational limit. That's why it's ideal to keep the laser aimed on Model 2 as it moves. And the robot suddenly stops moving again.
さっきよりミスが増えてるけん。
画面見ないとボタンを正確に押せなくて。
Gina complains, but she still keeps following my advice, refusing to take her eye off Model 2.
2号機ちゃん、私がちゃんと動かせなくて。
すぐ慣れるさ
ジュン、元気一発だよ。ドンマイドンマイ。お、おす。
The sex be damned, she's nothing like the girl who used to be scared of robots only half a year
ケンちゃん
ago.
さロボ2号機怖くないの
Gina's hands stop moving as I talk to her. Looks like she can't talk and operate at the same time.
怖くないよ。私が操作するとちゃんと動きで答えてくれるから。モーションだって私のものを使ってるし、なんだか自分の分身みたいに感じるの。変かな。変じゃないよ。
Akio heavily wraps her arms around Yuna.
よかった。ジュンがロボットを好きになってくれて、うちも嬉しいよ。それもこれもうちの洗脳工作のおかげだね。
Poor Juno probably has no idea how to react to your bragging. Well, I guess I can't deny that Akio's pushiness might have had a tiny bit of an effect on her. Oh my god, that sound is unbearable. I turned down my headphones, but it still is bad, you know? Sky's a pale blue. While gazing up at the sky, I hummed the gun barrel theme song to myself. It's the season 1 theme, my favorite. It's also the ending theme, so its melody has a bit of a somber feeling to it. I think it fits our current situation perfectly. After the last few days of testing, we're finally transporting Gunbuild 2 to the old airport in Nakatane. Gunbuild 2 has been loaded atop a large truck. I stretch my arms out as it shakes and jolts. This is unsafe. But I mean, they're country kids, but they're so cute. I feel like I'm an old lady leisurely driving a tractor after finishing the day's farm work. I mean, I'm assuming it's driving probably about as slow as the fucking, like, the rocket trucks. They probably can't drive very fast. Car after car passed by us from behind. Yep. I remain seated in the truck bed and gaze far out at the ever-changing scenery that slowly drifts by. There are sugarcane fields stretching for miles and miles. It's almost time for harvest, so they're way taller than me. I like listening to them rustle as they sway in the wind. This kind of tranquil scenery really doesn't match the visual of the giant Gunbuild 2 sitting in the truck bed. Just yesterday, the trucks that Nice and got for us arrived at the TNSC, which basically meant it was time for us to haul our butts out of the first Osaki office. We split the upper and lower body of Gunbuild 2 yesterday, then loaded them onto 2 trucks first thing this morning. As for years, basically I have no classes, so June and I were both there for it. Kai's on standby at the old airport. Sorry, wrong button. I can't say I'm happy about all this. It feels like we're being forced to retreat after a brutal defeat in battle. It's not like we represent the island or anything, and we're not in any place to complain either. But I guess it feels like nobody really needs us at all, so I still feel pretty sad about it. With Gunbuild 1, things turned out the way they did because of our inexperience. It sucked, but I accept what happened. But with Gunbuild 2, with all our powers combined, we made something we could all be proud of, yet it feels like we've all been thrown away. I'm seriously worried. Meanwhile, June is sleeping soundly next to me, back against Gun Barrel. I'd heard that she could fall asleep anywhere, but seeing as how she's doing it here in all places, she must not get much sleep at all. She's got chores to do and she's still practicing karate. She told me that because of all that, she tries to find time for sleep whenever she can, even if it's only 1 to 2 minutes. For example, even on a truck bed in the middle of a cold winter's day. If I leave her like this, she might catch a cold. I try poking June's cheek with my fingertip. Yes, June's always had a baby face, but the springiness of her skin might be even more youthful than that. Man, I'm jealous. If only I'd gone out for sports. Meh, wishing for the impossible isn't gonna get me anywhere. What if she's younger than she lets on? She's short and looks like a junior high kid, so... Her eyelids twitch slightly, but she shows no sign of waking up. The wind blows. It's getting chilly. There's about 10 kilometers separating the Tanegashima Space Center and the hangar in Nakatane. The truck we're riding in is plodding along at around 10 kilometers per hour, even slower when we go uphill. It's been about 30 minutes since we started moving. We're probably a little under halfway there. We've still got a ways to go. I look up at Gunbuild 2's lower body lying on the truck bed. He's currently split up into 2 chunks. The upper body is in the other truck driving ahead of us. Naya-san's in the passenger seat of that one. And for the record, both drivers are JAXA personnel. I can hear the shrill voice of a kid. When I look in the voice's direction, I find 2 elementary schoolers. They're both wearing backpacks and heading the same direction as us. One is a boy wearing a yellow hoodie and a black backpack. The other is in shorts with a blue backpack. Are they heading home from school? Naturally, their eyes are focused on the truck bed we're riding in, or more specifically Gunbuild 2. Our eyes happen to meet, so I wink at them as the friendly young lady I am. Friendly young lady, indeed. The 2 boys look at each other, then look back at me without as much as a smile. Well, that was unexpected. Well, this is a little... No, this is a lot annoying. And with the worst timing possible, the truck stops at a red light. As do the children. Time to show these kids a thing or two. When the 2 butts nod, I put on a smug smile and point a Gunbuild 2 behind my back. Holding them over face height, they peer through the screen. Damn.
君たち、ちょっとそこに正座しなさい。お姉ちゃんが説教してやるんだから。
You're at a red light. You're gonna be driving in like 2 seconds.
うわー、逃げろ。
The boys flee just after the light turns green and the truck starts. I lost my chance to chase them down, leaving me with nothing but leftover shock and anger boiling in my chest.
日本の将来は暗いかも。大声出してどうかしたの？
Jun sleepily tilts her head toward me.
おはよう、ジュン。あきほちゃん。何か悲しいことでもあった？うん、とっても。もうみんなの心は頑張れるから離れちゃったのかな。
At least that's how it's starting to feel to me. Alongside last year's episode leaked were rumors that a large chunk of the staff had died mysteriously as well as other stuff. Even then, I guess I just wasn't ready to hear those kids call Gunbarrel an old crappy robot. For someone like me who loves Gunbarrel to the moon and back, it really hurts.
ジュン、ちょっと泣いていいかな。胸貸して。
Clinging to Juna's chest, a trickle of tears drips down my cheek. It's been a while since I last came to the old airport. I've been going to the TNSC virtually every day since Model 2's completion, and before that I was focused solely on finding the Kimijima reports. Okay, let's see what we've got going on. No D-tab, thank God. Awesome, but S-kun won't let. I love that she calls him S-kun. S-kun! Stop ruining my vibe! Come to think of it, this might be my first time here this year. I've been in this chilly warehouse playing Kill Ballad since this morning. Thank goodness it's not so cold that my fingers go numb. This place has no electricity or stove to speak of, so winters are total hell.
ヤシオ先輩、試作2号機はいつ到着する予定だと言っていましたか？
さあ。
Subaru and I are the only ones in the hangar. Today Model 2 is being removed from the first Sasaki office. That's why Akio and Juno went over there this morning. I'm on standby over here. Thanks to their efforts, I get to sit here and play KB.
いえ、別にそこまでする必要はありません。ただ、あまり遅くなるようなら、僕は先に帰りますんで。
そっちの編集終わったの？
まだですが。
Subaru met up with me right after finishing school. By the way, Frau contacted me earlier. I don't really have anything to do there today, so I'm locking myself in my base. See ya.
あくまで経過報告程度のものですから、特に演出を入れたりせずに、少し編集するだけでなんとかなりそうですよ。
Subaru has been staring down at his Pokécom for a while now. He's working on a video detailing the production process of Model 2 for submission to the Expo committee. Exhibitors need to submit twice for the Expo, once 2 months prior and once right before. Should any faults arise during inspection, exhibition rights can be withdrawn. Our video inspection 2 months ago went by without a hitch, though at the time Model 2 was mostly incomplete. This is the second submission. If there aren't any problems, we'll be given permission to have an exhibit at the Expo. We finished filming the day before yesterday, just before we were kicked out of the TNSC. After some light editing, we'll submit the video. It's about 10 minutes long. Subaru's in charge of that process.
これで落とされることってあると思う。
わかりません。何しろ初めてのことですから。でも、試作2号機の完成度を考えれば、落ちることはないと信じていますよ。
そういえば、アキちゃんにコメントもらってたよね。あれも映像の中に入ってるわけ？ええ。
Subaru wears an uneasy smile on his
部
face.
長はすごいのかすごくないのか、たまにわからなくなりますよ。
なんかコメントでやらかしたの？
いえ、そういうわけではなく。見ますか？
I should probably check just to make sure. Subaru sends a link to download the footage. After downloading it, I hit the play button.
もう撮ってる？中央種子島高校ロボット研究部部長瀬宮明穂18歳です。疾風怒涛の元気一発頑張れるチャキーンどう？
ちゃんと内容のあるコメントをお願いします。
今のじゃダメなの？やっぱり実物大頑張れるを作ってるんだから頑張れるの決め台詞だけで十分だと思うんだけどな。
テイク2。
ちょっと待って、今話す内容を考えるから。
普通でいいんですよ。火をてらったコメントは却下です。
急に言われても。何かお題出して。
では、万博に出るにあたっての抱負で。
抱負。オッケー。巨大ロボットはうちの夢です。巨大ロボットはみんなの憧れです。巨大ロボットは子供たちのヒーローです。巨大ロボットは正義の味方です。うちは巨大ロボットが大好きです。みんなも大好きでいてくれると嬉しいです。
はい、OK です。
After the video ends, I look up at Subaru. He simply shrugs at me.
ガンバレルの騒動のせいでロボットアニメに対する偏見だらけになってしまっているのに、かつてのファンも続々と離れていってますよ。なのに部長はなんで今もロボットのことをあんなに無邪気に語れるのかなって思ったんです。
That's fair.
別に責めてるわけじゃなくて。
Yeah. It's more like he's like, how does she keep her head up? You know, like he's almost impressed, I would say.
スバル君はひねくれてるからね。
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. How can she live without being a joyless cynic? Because she isn't you. She isn't you, Subaru-kun. Ugh. Okay. I think I'm gonna take like just a quick toilet break and I'll be right back. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Sorry. Hello! Welcome back. It's your potato. I'm just here to... Yeah, I'll see how much longer I can go. Oh, fish time. Fishing for kebab. Let's hope we get it. Oh, God. My voice is literally not able to handle any of this. A yellow mandarin fish. That sounds like a kebab. You really are rich. This is more like Boniso flakes. Damn.
まあ、疑問に思うのももっともだよ。そもそも女子なのにロボットアニメをあそこまで好きでいるのだって珍しいくらいなんだし、結局のところ、アキちゃんはさ、一途なんだよ。
Yeah.
一途？
小さい頃からずっとブレてないね。 頭悪いけどそういうところは尊敬に値するよ。頭悪いけど。
それは僕も知ってます。
You figured out how to get through the Delta Room problem. What if you slow the game down? You know what? Not a bad idea.
一途か。付き合いの長いヤシオ先輩が言うならきっとそうなんでしょうね。けなげとか愚直と言い換えても良さそうです。僕は部長のその原動力が何かを知りませんが。
そんなの分かりきってることじゃん。姉ちゃんの背中を一生懸命追いかけてるんだよ。アキちゃんは超がつくほどのシスコンだからね。
I mean, he's not wrong,
意
but
外ですね。そんなシンプルな理由だったなんて。
それはスバル君がひねくれてるから。
いちいち指摘しないでください。
he must be pretty self-conscious considering how defensive he's
で
getting.
もそれで納得しました。試作1号機にあそこまで思い入れがあるのもそれが理由なんですね。だけどお姉さんってあの瀬宮美咲でしょ。あの人に追いつくのは茨の道のような。
I love confused people online not understanding why there's a crap ton of race horses facts on their timeline. It's so funny. It is so funny. It's like, why is literally everyone just talking about horses? And it's like, yeah, anime horses.
まともにミサ姉に追いつこうとしたらね。でもこの島にミサ姉が唯一残していったものがある。それがロボ部とガンツクプロジェクトだったわけで、ロボの完成がイコールミサ姉に追いつくことって方程式なんでしょ。
And the funniest thing out of it is I see Zero horny posting. I've
依
seen
存症なんじゃないですか。
one horny post. Just one. And it wasn't that bad. It was like kind of racy, but not bad. Like it was like lewd. It wasn't like porn. I haven't seen any porn. Well, I'm not doing my Rika addiction on my blue sky. I'm doing it I'm doing it in the privacy of my own home, you know? But maybe my Google searches have gotten fucked up because of it. Yeah. I only see Yuri. That's just my life. It's Yuri. My life is Yuri.
依存症？
Your cookies are spoiled. My cookies have rotted.
お姉さんに対する依存に見えるんですよ。
That's
自
true.
分のためじゃなくお姉さんのためなんて。そのために進学だって犠牲にしているわけでしょ。さすがに刹那的にも見えますね。僕の感覚から言わせてもらうとナンセンスです。
Nonsense this.
そう見えるのも僕がひねくれてるからなんでしょうか。
両立できるように頑張れとでも言いたいわけ？スバル君だってそんな器用なことできてないのにね。あ、今の皮肉ね。
He ain't wrong. It's ended I hear car horn blaring from outside. A trailer swerves onto the airport apron. I figured Model 2 had finally arrived when I go outside and take a look.
Yo.
Doc hops out of the driver's seat.
早いね、ドク。
2号機はまだ到着してねえのか。
With Model 2 being moved, we'll have to perform our reassembly work here at the hangar. And so we asked the robot doctor here for
っ
support.
ていうか、クレーンに乗ってくるって話じゃなかった？
Like with Model 1, we were planning to use a mobile crane to stand the robot up. Yet Doc came in a large truck. There's no crane, but there's something else loaded into the back.
クレーン車はもうすぐ来る。だがその前にこいつをお前らに渡そうと思ってな。
Doc's already wrinkled face wrinkles even further as he points to the truck bed. Whatever's in there is covered with a sheet.
なんです？
モノポールモーターだよ。
モーターならもう間に合ってるけど、予備？
なんだ、ロボ部から何も聞いてねえのか。
As I've noted before, he's referring to Akio in this
こいつ
case.
はな、2号機の予備モーター兼1号機用のモーターだ。
1号機？
Oh, that's right. Akio's been chipping away at Model 1 while working on Model 2.
そのモーターの代金誰が払ってるんですか？
1号機についてはスペースアメ社だ。あの社長な、2号機のスポンサーは調査に横取りされたと逆恨みしててな。
何をバカな。ナンセンスですよ。試作
いやいやいやいや
2号機だってスペースアメ社は資金を出してくれていますし、メーカーロゴだってちゃんと機体に貼ってあります。
詳しくは知らねえよ。独り占めが良かったんだろ。
I mean, he's a CEO, you know? I don't expect much. What did you send me? What is that? She's just getting lost in a maze? What the fuck? Second one, my body is a machine that turns great into 11th. Come on, Rice Shower. You can do better than this. That's funny. That's funny. Oh my god. I find it funny that the training is just putting your horses through like strange and unique torture scenarios.
何にせよ、あの社長は最初1号機に金を出してたわけだからな。去年のお披露目も失敗に終わったが、ロボ部が説得したって聞いたぜ。
確かに時間を見つけてはコツコツと一人で改良してたけど。
I especially love that spring race starts. You just get up and trundle into the maze. I know! What the fuck?
モノポールモーターまで発注したとなると話は違ってきます。さすがに相談してもらいたかったですね。
2号機との互換性があるように作ってんだから、別に未知の技術で作ったモーターだ。いつ壊れたっておかしくないんだぜ。予備は必要だろう。まあそんなわけだ。ほら、お前ら手伝いやがれ。モーターを下ろすぞ。
Doc brought 6 extra motors with him. You know what? This old dude may very well be more excited about this stuff than
こ
Akiho.
れですまる。ちょっと提案だがな。
なんです？
ファイルバンカの需要はあると思うか。
Pile bunker. Those were the things the M45 was equipped with. They gave me a real hard time back during Robo 1.
試作1号機か2号機に搭載しようとでも？
別にそういうわけじゃねえよ。ただこの年になって巨大ロボのパーツ開発に目覚めちまってな。
That's so funny.
今はロボットブームだし需要はありそうじゃねえか。なんならモノポールモーターだって売り物として出してもいいんだぜ。お前らにモノポールの材料費を払ってな。俺の予想じゃあと5年もしねえうちに10メートル以上の巨大ロボによるロボワンに似た大会が開かれるな。そうなりゃ個人の巨大ロボパーツショップは引く手あまたじゃねえか。
That's such a... This game is such like a fun alternate history, right? Because like as it stands, like specifically giant robots aren't really that much of a thing. Like I'm not saying that like mecha anime has fallen off. That's not the point. I'm more talking about like the demand for building large bipedal robots.
鉄春藤田ブランドが巨大ロボット業界の歴史を作ってっかもしれねえってわけさ。これで燃えなきゃ男じゃねえだろ。
It's like he's a totally different person now. Once an untalkative craftsman, and now a total math scientist? He is.
フ
Yeah.
ァイルバンカーはロマンですか？
Yeah.
そんな物騒なものの需
Yeah,
要は
like
あり
giant
ません。
mechs was the cool factor, but in reality are extremely impractical and not successful. Yes. Exactly. Subaru's not buying what Doc's selling.
そうか、ロマンか。お前らみたいなガキでもそう感じるんだな。結構。
As a face of someone who totally intends on building them. It's not a bad thing that he's this energetic, but this might be overdoing it. No shot. What the hell happened to the guy who was on the verge of death only a few months ago? You gave him his life force back that night. Tweepo. I've never hated, I promise. Aww. Even in the middle of the night during the winter, I'm worried my son is turning into a bad boy. That night, after going home and eating dinner, I head out to resume my search for the last Kimijima report. While I was wandering around, Sister Centipede hit me with some unexpected intel, resulting in me dropping by Uchungaoka Park.
確かになかったよ。
The second floor of the old community center, I exit the building and click my tongue. What's the info that Sister Centipede gave me? She told me that the AR annotation for Kimijima report number 1 had vanished. Back when I accidentally downloaded report number 1 to my Pokecom, I made sure to return the original data back to the old community center. After that, whenever I swung by the park, I checked to make sure the AR annotation was still there. It remained in place for even after the Iruo maintenance last month, but now it's gone.
君島レポートナンバー1はパスワードを入力しないとダウンロードできなかったんじゃ。
その通りです。
I think Misaki might be on the island, but that's my crazy theory. Sister Centipede answers her in her usual mechanical tone. On Christmas Eve, ID and Sister Centipede found themselves on the verge of being erased during Iruo maintenance. Yet here she is. At the very least, here Sister Centipede is. Memory is still intact. Unfortunately, ID hasn't appeared even a single time since
誰
then.
がダウンロードしたか当然ゲジネーなら把握してるよね。
はい。レポートナンバー1のオリジナルデータを現在持っているのはイレイさんです。
Oh! Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the second most likely person. I thought first that it was Misaki, but she would have no reason to come back here, so it makes sense that it's yeah, that makes sense that it's Ide. Ide-san, Ide Mizuka?
待った。水香さんはポケコンを持ってなかったはずだ。どうやって AR アノテーションを見てパスワードを打ち込んだ？
少なくとも今日パスワードを入力した時のイレイさんはポケコンを所持していました。
前みたいにミッチーから借りたか。
Wasn't there something about him gifting her one on Christmas? I might be remembering it wrong though. I attempt to call him, but after he answers in a drunken stupor, I immediately hang up. Looks like that's not the case.
家族に借りた可能性、新しく買った可能性、実はずっと持っていたけど誰にも教えなかった可能性、いろいろあるな。で、ヒルンハンドってパスワードを水香さんに教えたのは誰？
Back when I asked her about the reports a while ago, I know I didn't leak the password, or at least I don't think I did.
不明です。少なくともゲジネーはイレイさんに対し情報提供をした記録はありません。
So it's Misaki. It has to be Misaki then.
愛理については不明。10年以上前からイレイさんと愛理とは接触があったようですので、その時に聞いた可能性はあります。
That does make sense.
なるほど、そっちか。
ただし、イレイさんはこれまでにも君島レポートナンバー1のパスワード入力を試みており、その数は計36回となります。
36回入力して35回は失敗したってこと？
はい。そのことを考えると、自力で解析したと見るのも妥当かと。
When I first asked Misuka-san about ID, she already knew about the Kimijima report. She also didn't seem too fond of ID. And when I was attempting to surf last month, Misuka-san never once spoke to ID, I think. Yet they both said that they met each other in the past. How are they connected? That's when I realized. Misane. Her face appeared on the back of my mind, leaving me stunned. Yeah, Misane and Misuka-san are best friends. Akio and I can barely get in touch with Misane, but she still goes out of her way to talk to Misuka-san. But who cares? Why am I associating Misane with any of this? Am I actually suspicious of her? I'm very suspicious of her.
いや、疑ってるって。何を疑うわけ？
A few possibilities come to mind, but they're also unrealistic that I can't help but laugh.
何にせよ、水香さんと話す必要があるな。
It's already past 10 at night, so the store is closed. There's likely no point in calling either. I don't know any other way to contact Misuka-san, so I have no choice but to see her tomorrow directly. I just hope she's there. exit the store and can't help but sigh as I look at my tweeps. Nice. Oh, it is Aerosphere Company, yeah. Because Yakushima personified, it was this popular Yakushima has World Heritage branded on its bottom, and jealous Tanegashima goes on the attack. They really get me. Yahoo! What? But Yakushima is tsundere, right? I get it. They're gonna cuddle with Tanegashima. Yakushima, I guess you need me. Tanegashima gets all flustered. Well, I want to read a Finn book about it. I don't know what's going on, but comes to the hangar to think about it. It's just getting heated up. A club activities got in my way. Wall punch. Oh, that's so funny. Wall punch. Mizuka-san wasn't there. Her mom was at the register and told me that she went out for the day. I asked her if there's any way to get in touch with her, but I got a nope for my troubles. Yes, she's been keeping her Pokecom a secret from her folks, too. Mizuka-san, what exactly are you trying to do? Are you just curious about the Kimijima reports and trying to collect them like me? That'd be the best case scenario. That reminds me. Back when I had asked her to coach me at surfing, she said something kind of strange when we finished.
あんまり妙なことに首突っ込むんじゃないよ。取り返しがつかないことになる前に聞くことを覚えな。一人で抱え込むなんてもってのほかだ。でないと戻れなくなる。
Mizuka-san knew that I was searching for the Kimijima reports, yet she took report number 1 without saying a word to me. Is she hiding something? But again, as for you to tread carefully. If they learn you're reading this, your life becomes forfeit. I think back on the warning, Kimijima report number 6, and shudder. I can't help but check my surroundings. It is then that I realize my throat is parched. I open the fruit sour melon I just bought and gulp it down. I'm overthinking this. This sort of paranoia is common for hardcore conspiracy theorists. I want to believe that, but I can't. The contents of the Kimijima reports are no conspiracy theory. Considering the events that occurred over the last half year, I know it's all true. If I keep telling myself that it's just paranoia, I'll trip up trying to escape reality and there'll be no turning back. I know it. But either way, I want to know where Mizuka-san is. Not knowing is making me feel extremely uncomfortable, irritated even. I should probably give up on going to club today. I doubt it's gonna happen, but there's still a chance I could be attacked by someone. Which means I should search for report number 7 on my own. If I run around the island, I might bump into Mizuka-san as well. I have no clue where the last report is, so I'm just gonna have to wander about and hope I get lucky. It can't be denied that the AR annotation is located somewhere on the island. I might have gotten myself a hint. It was accidental though. I didn't know that there was actually a list of the locations of the reports at the bottom, and I accidentally saw the one where number 7 is, so I think I'm just gonna go there. Yeah, I didn't know it was there, like, for real. I just wanted to check if there was anything important, you know? Okay, what's going on Tweep? Kai ditching at a time like this will be the official operator discontinued. Oh, true, yeah. It's fine, it's hard to call this pixel hunt anything substantial. Yeah, it's this Cape Katakura. Could the Kimijima report be here? Yes, it is. Oh, that's the wrong button, sorry. There we go. Iru. I didn't check where, I just saw the words Cape Katakura, so I still don't know where it is here, so... Yeah. Maybe... Oh! Okay, that makes sense. How do you zoom again? Right. There. I figured it might be. Oh my god, that's so hard to hit. There we go. Kimijima report number 7. The final report. So this is where he hit it. There's a small park in Cape Katakura with a monument commemorating the arrival of firearms on the island. Way in the back is an old gate and an unattended shrine. There's a viewing platform built for tourists, but there's not much to see, so the foot traffic is low.
これが7つ目。
I didn't think I'd find it today.
君島レポートナンバー7のダウンロードを開始します。
あ、待ったちょっと待った
I hurriedly stops as the centipede.
ゲージね、聞きたいんだけど、この7つ目を解放すれば、その情報は世界に向けて発信される。そうでしょ
That's what was written at the end of report number 6. Report number 7 is the key to distributing the reports worldwide. It's terrifying info that only I have access to on Tanegashima will be spread all over the world via Ido.
それってどのタイミングで発散されるわけ？
Oh,
ガンツ
hello!
が強い敵とやりてガンツが強い敵とやりガンツが強い敵とやりてってよガンツが強い敵とやりてって
A classic.
強い敵とやりてってよガンツが
Nice.
ダウンロード後にアプリを起動することでそれが実行されると考えるのが妥当です。
ああ、そう。じゃあとりあえずダウンロード開始。
はい。
Now what should I do? I still haven't really figured that out. I did lots of pondering over it, but I still haven't found an answer yet. Kimijima report number 7 is in my hands right now. Is it okay? Is it really okay to release this stuff to the public? Like the report said, once the ball starts rolling, there's no stopping it. The info will take on a life on its own. Billions of people will read it, and it'll be analyzed from every angle imaginable. It'll take no time at all for people to figure out that I am the source. People around the world hold different values. For every grateful person, there'll be someone who condemns me for the chaos. If I distribute the files right now, I doubt the expo will go untouched. We might not get to go.
アキちゃんに怒られちゃうな。
Maybe I should have quit the robotics club. But this is Akiho we're talking about. She'd never accept that. Crap, I'm going in circles once again. I'm not even remotely prepared for this right now. There's too much I'd have to throw away if I release this to the public, but I'm also not going to come to an answer by just sitting here. If another solar storm arrived and wide-scale terrorism broke out because I took my time, I don't think I could live with the regret.
君島こうもやってくれるよ。厄介な役目を俺に押し付けてくれちゃって。
I mean, it's being put in a tough spot for sure. So that's, oh my god, like, it's life, man. That's fucking, like, man.
悩む必要なんてないさ。
Of course he's here. The sudden voice coming from behind me nearly gave me a heart attack. I turned around to face the voice, and appearing from the shade of the trees is the very person I tried to see this morning.
水香さん。
When did she get here? The cape hasn't been maintained properly for at least 7 to 8 years, so the trees are overgrown and full of blind spots. That's why if she really wanted to hide from me, I never would have noticed her. But that doesn't matter. Everything's fine. How long has she been hiding there and why? It's as though she knew I'd come here. But that's impossible. I came here after searching blindly for the last report. It's pure coincidence that I found the Kimijima report here. I might not have even come here today. So why is Mizuka-san acting like it's obvious that I would be here? Or maybe she wasn't waiting for me, she was following me?
カイ、今すぐ手を引くんだ。
どういうこと？
どうもこうもない。そのままの意味だよ。君島レポートは触れちゃいけない呪いみたいなもんなんだ。
Jun. Wow. Model 2-chan stands on the wide runway. She's been walking and dancing around since this morning. The sky stretches as far as the eye can see, and a giant robot underneath it. I'm operating her at the moment. I feel like she's having a blast, and it makes me happy too. When we were still performing tests at the TNSE, it felt a little cramped because we were indoors. I'm actually pretty glad we moved locations, but I could never say that to Akiho-chan. Akiho-chan is nearly blown away by a gust of wind. She hurriedly holds down the hem of her skirt. It's been like this today since the morning. The wind is really strong. The runway is completely clear, so we feel it even more.
やっぱりうち作業着に着替えてくるよ。純也フラウボーは平気？私はスパッツ履いてるから。
むしろ帰りたい。
幸次郎さん、また下着見えてる。スバル、 見ちゃダメだからね。
見てませんよ。まったくナンセンスだ。
Hidaka-kun's been facing away the whole time. I'm really grateful for how considerate he's being, but it's still embarrassing. I may be wearing leggings, but it doesn't make it any less embarrassing when my skirt flares up. Model 2-chan isn't wearing a skirt, so she's fine. By the way, in my mind, Model 1-kun is a boy and Model 2-chan is a girl. I decided that on my own! Damn! Gender roles! Men are useless and clunky and women get shit done! Oh my god. Sorry, that's just so funny. Model 1-kun is built big and bulky with a thick frame, so he seems more like a boy. But Model 2-chan has a more slender figure with legs that are even slimmer than mine. And most importantly, she moves like me. Okay, that is fair. I've come to think of her as another me. Like, I feel like it's like you gender the robot as a girl because the robot reminds you of yourself and you are a girl. Okay, fine. So if your problem is she wasn't a girl. After making amends with Grandpa Fujita, I started seeing robots as our friends, and because of that I'm not scared of them anymore. Lately, Grandpa Fujita has been putting the old robots outside of his store on the weekends. The neighborhood children come over to play all the time now. Grandpa's regained his passion for robots and has started making all sorts of weird things. He doesn't really attend to visitors, so I end up watching the kids and taking care of the robots, even controlling them myself sometimes. I'm honestly pretty happy that this is the new normal.
じゃあ悪いけどテスト続けてて。
Akira runs off toward the hangar to change her clothes, but it's more like she's speedwalking.
では続けます。
Hidaka-kun points the laser man toward Model 2-chan. He's on laser duty for the day. Mostly because Yashiro-kun isn't here.
全身での往復、それからカニ歩き、それぞれ10回1セットです。
I nod and input the commands into Pokecom I'm holding. Oh. I fixed my gaze firmly onto Model 2-chan. This is the key to skillfully operating her, just like Yashiro-kun taught me. I used to always look at my Pokecom every time I tried to make her move, but thanks to Yashiro-kun's advice, I've gotten pretty used to controlling her. Not that I don't still make a bunch of input mistakes, but I'll definitely have it down completely by the time the expo rolls around, because I have a job lined up. I might not be able to go to the expo much, but I still want to help out when I can. Not a strong gust of wind blows by. A cold breeze carrying the scent of the ocean. It feels like my entire body is about to get blown into the sky. My hair's a total mess now. I've completely given up on trying to fix it. And because I'm holding my Pokecom with both hands, I can't keep the hem of my skirt down. Thank goodness for these leggings. But it's still embarrassing. After enduring the gust of wind, I return my eyes to Model 2-chan. The upper body is wobbling and shaking. He's not gonna fall over, right? It's making me feel kinda uneasy. When I was little, I got pinned on a Yoshiro-kun, a robot Grandpa Fujita built. And because of that, I spent 10 years hating robots. I love Yoshiro-kun now, but despite that, every once in a while I get flashes of those memories, and whenever they come up I find myself trembling. Just imagining Model 2-chan falling over on me makes me go cold. She's so much bigger than Yoshiro-kun. I would just get injured, I'd die. But everything should be fine with Kojiro-sen's auto balancer doing its thing. Please don't fall over. I go back to inputting commands. Model 2-chan's leg movement is a little awkward. The start of her motion has been a little weird since this morning. It didn't feel this way when we were at the TNSC. It's slower than usual, but only by a little bit, and it's not a command input miss on my end. It's after the walking motion starts. In the middle it feels like something is getting caught on something else. Is it because of the surface of the runway? The testing ground at the Space Center had a clean flat floor. There's a slight incline here. The surface hasn't been maintained in close to 15 years, so the asphalt is all cracked and rough. That's probably what's causing this. Maybe I should report it to Hidaka-kun and Nakiho-chan just in case. It's then that my eyes meet with Hidaka-kun's.
聞いてるんですか？
もしかして私のこと呼んでた？
ええ、何度も。
Hidaka-kun answers while looking away. Ah, I screwed up
ご
again.
めんね。操縦でいっぱいいっぱいで。
Did it make him angry?
何？
テストが終わったら機体を整備するので、試作2号機は滑走路から出して車庫まで連れてってください。
わかった。
Oh, that's all. I was bracing myself to get lectured. Hidaka-kun's the second year, but he's always lecturing
どう
Akiho-chan.
ぞ続けて。
I missed my chance to mention the leg problem.
つうか寒くね。どっかの男子は後ろから抱きしめて温めてくれたりすべきだろ、上皇。だがメガネ、てめえはダメだ。まあ実際にやられたらセクハラなんで、それをネタに全力で追い込みますけどね。
何が言いたいんだ。
すごく寒いです。
もう少し我慢してくれ。文句があるならサボったヤシオ先輩に言うんだな。
むしろメガネ君が言うの希望ね。
は？
あのダメ先輩を生意気な態度で叱ってお仕置きタイムになだれ込むべき。もちろん敬語攻めの一択な。これやるとやらないとじゃ全然違うんで。やっぱメガセンが鉄板だろ。
Megasen.
認めない。
Megasen. I can't believe she's made up a fucking ship name.
メガセンって何の用語だ。
メガネヤシオ先輩の略以外に何があるというのか。千メガワチャド、一時期そっちもありがと思ったことが私にもありますと。深い意味は聞くな。
As always, Kojiro-san speaks in an alien language. Even Hidaka-kun doesn't understand what
大
she's
徳先
saying.
輩、手が止まってます。
I mean, who wouldn't get distracted by that? I hurriedly resume inputting commands. And it happened again. She's getting caught up when she moves. I can't shake up this sense of discomfort. But how do I put it into words? Just saying something feels off isn't enough. I wish Shashio-san were here, then we could discuss things as fellow operators. Stop it, Juna. I can't just ignore this feeling. That's the whole point of these tests. I'll say it, I'll tell Hidaka-kun. But if I'm just imagining things, he might get mad at me.
はい。
Hidaka-kun shoots me a glance.
何です？
私の気のせいかもしれないんだけど。
回りくどい言い方はやめてください。報告なら簡潔にお願いします。雑談ならするつもりはないので、テストに集中してください。
He won't even make eye contact with me. I'm already falling apart. I hope Akio-chan gets back soon. No, what am I doing? I'm relying on other people again. This is exactly why I never produced any results in karate. Find the courage, Juna. You decided you were gonna change when you made amends with Grandpa Fujita.
日高くん、
何ですか？
そんな嫌そうな顔しないでほしいな。日高くんが私のこと嫌いなのはしょうがないけど、ちゃんとこっち見て話してほしい。
Suboda starts hurriedly adjusting his glasses. What's wrong?
別に嫌いというわけじゃないですよ。
I think he likes her.
つまり好きなんですね。リア充爆発しろ。
なんでそうなる？そうじゃなくて、女子と話すのが苦手なだけです。特に大徳先輩は一番女子っぽいので。
I won't deny that. Because the women in this, the girls in this fucking club are all freaks. Except for Juna, who's just there, being normal. Fujoshi getting honorary most girly title.
つ
Lol.
まりむっつりなんですね。わかります。
うるさいぞフルゴーリー。
She delivered that with so much. Oh my god.
つまりむっつりなんですね。わかります。
You can hear that she's laughing for the entire thing. That's so funny. Hidaka-kun is as irritated as always. Huh, so he doesn't dislike me. Just hearing that makes me feel a little better. I always thought of Hidaka-kun as some kind of perfect Superman, but even he has his flaws. Thinking of it that way, he comes off like a younger boy trying to act mature. Yes! Yes! That is exactly the kind of personality he has. You're correct. In that sense, he's a little like my little brothers. I feel a sense of closeness with him. I really should have talked to him about this a long time ago. But thanks to what happened, I feel more comfortable talking to him now.
2号機ちゃんだけどね、歩くときにちょっと違和感が。
違和感
Hidaka-kun's expression suddenly changes. He removes the laser and placement alignment from the parabolic antenna and prepares to listen to me. He looks me straight in the eyes.
詳しく聞かせてください。
本当にちょっとだけの些細な感じなんだけど、もしかしたらここの地面がデコボコしてるからだけかもしれないし。
いいから本題を。違和感というのは具体的にはどんな？
足を動かすときに動作を始めた後、一瞬だけ硬直ができるっていうか、うまく説明できなくて。
いえ、そういうことはもっと早めに言ってください。かなり重要です。
ごめんね。
モータのギアが欠けたのか、それともつま先が引っかかってるだけか。原因については実際に見てみないと。
あれ
Akira-chan comes jogging back in her new clothes. Short sleeves on a day like this, isn't she cold?
守備はもうテストは全部終わったの？それは
It feels like I'm getting in the way of the tests. I consider apologizing to Hidaka-kun, but he speaks before I
部
can.
長、レーザー銃座の操作お願いできますか？
いいけど。
大徳先輩の指摘が気になります。僕が足元で見てますんで、もう一度動かしてもらっていいですか？
Oh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Don't die, Subaru. Hidaka-kun says before running off toward Model 2-chan. Tennoji-san said that while testing, we should stay at least 10 meters away from Model 2-chan. When we were working at the TNSC, we always made sure to follow this rule, but it's been a long time since we were back at the hangar. And we're also absorbed in making our new friend Model 2-chan walk. No, we're getting careless. No. No. Don't do that. Why did you do that? Oh god, I'm scared. Ah! There are no adults around. Not our supervisor Tennoji-san, not our advisor Mr. Nagafukada. No Grandpa Fujita to scold us for our sloppiness. No adults at all. I love the framing, yeah, with the tiny Subaru. The only people at the airport are us kids. Kids who know nothing of how the real world works. That's why, when that happened, it might have been inevitable. Hidaka-kun stands at the feet of Model 2-chan, then turns and waves both hands at us. I explained the situation to Akiho. Upon Hidaka-kun's signal, I input the command. The activation is slow again. I'm certain I input the command properly.
確かにちょっとカクンってなったね。でしょ？電力不足かな。
システムは正常だお。
Hidaka-kun uses both arms to indicate to us and make it walk again.
ちょっと離れてもらわないと。
This is settling in my stomach. It's not comfortable. So I say, but instead of motioning to him to do so, I just make the robot move forward. Hidaka-kun has a serious expression on his face as he observed Model 2-chan's legs while it moves.
なんかわかった？
Akira-chan's words are drowned out by a powerful gust of wind, so he likely didn't hear. Maybe we should stop for now.
また不具合？さすがにげんなりだよね。やっぱりメカに詳しい人がもう一人ぐらい欲しいよ。スバルだって学校あるし、ドクもなんだかんだで病み上がりで無理させられないし。
Oh my god, I'm feeling this. The anxiety. Hidaka-kun continues to show no sign of backing away from the robot. This time he sends me a signal to make it turn on the spot. Model 2-chan is already almost 50 meters away from me. I guess he wants me to make a turn and head back this way. The turn command isn't like the advance command. It requires 4 well-timed presses of the same button for a 90-degree turn. An 80-degree turn, 180-degree turn requires doing the turn command twice. The worst part for me knowing something is coming and being unable to do anything. Yes! That's exactly that feeling right now I'm having. It's like, it's... you know? I know! I'm sorry! Big Mama Pickle! Why is it 90 gold? Okay, fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. I tap away at the poker com screen. Model 2-chan takes small steps and slowly starts to face me. Just then another strong gust of wind blows across the runway. It's so strong that I nearly fall over. No. I can't help but close my eyes and crouch low to the ground. Kojiro-san falls over and no! Sorry. Kojiro-san falls over and lands on the ground with her butt in the air. No! No! Her panties are totally exposed. She needs to hurry up and cover herself. But I should have been focused on her. In that moment, I failed to do as Yashiro-kun had said.
どっちつかずで視線がぶれると急な事態に対処できないよ。
A definitely low quality small Subaru looking killer. It is funny, but oh god! Oh god! Hi, Juicy! Hi! I'm sorry I didn't notice you. I was in the middle of having big anxiety. Oh god! Oh no! I had taken my eyes off of Model 2-chan. Hearing Akio's scream, I quickly turned back to Model 2-chan. All 8 meters of her body are leaning at an unnatural angle. Everything goes white. Was she hit by a gust of wind while turning? Or did something break? I don't know. I don't know, but with the dust-colored sky as the backdrop, Model 2-chan, seemingly in slow motion, begins to topple over, and below her was... and she crashes down. Oh my god! Oh god! Akio-chan dashes towards Model 2-chan after she collapses. Despite her confusion, Kojiro-san is trying to call for help on her Pokecom. Subaru should not skip Jim. He could have tanked it. Yeah, but me? I can't move. Where's Hidaka-kun? What happened to him? I can't see him. I don't see him anywhere. All I see on the runway is the collapsed Model 2-chan. There's no sign of Hidaka-kun anywhere. Please be safe. Please be okay. I don't care if you have to take my life instead. Oh god! Please tell me he lived! And as I pray to the powers that be. Oh god! Well, Pleiades won't come back anytime soon to robot fights. No more funny tweeps! I'm terrified. I'm utterly terrified. I can't move. My body sinks to the ground. Oh god! What if he dead? Oh god! Oh god, all I can do is wrap my arms around myself as I tremble so hard that it feels like I'm having a seizure. Oh god. Hello? Don't just, no! No! What happened? No! There's also something interesting that you get basically teenagers being idiots because lack of self-awareness and experience. Yes, it's very poignant, you know? All the adults threw them away and now this happens, basically. Because that what they're essentially saying is that because all of the adults just basically left them to their own, they made this mistake. No, I know it'll get worse. Considering that there's a bad end coming up. The sound of whisper sounds faintly from below the cliffs. There's nobody else here. The only living people around are me and Misuka-san. We're glaring at each other. Misuka-san knows something. The mere minute conversation of ours confirmed it all. Misuka-san said it's a curse. She caught me completely off guard saying that. I try to calm my heart rate, brace myself to run away at a moment's notice and try making a smile.
呪いってずいぶん非科学的なことを言い出すんだね。
That's the science gate moment, you know which one. Yeah.
水香さんにオカルトの趣味があったなんて初耳だよ。
茶化してんじゃないよ。こっ
Yeah.
ちはマジで言ってんだ。
Yeah, like I don't know how much longer I can continue this. That gave me like that seriously like, oh no. Whoa, scary. My armpits are already starting to sweat. It's one of those things like, do I want to continue or do I want to stop for today? I can't figure it out. I'm even more nervous than I thought. It feels like I'm a rabbit getting stared down by a fox. As far as I'm concerned, there are two older women in this world I never want to make my enemy. Misane and Misuka-san. I don't stand a chance against them. Well, it gets worse. I know. I have no idea what she's thinking. I'm incredibly confused. We go way back and yet I've never seen her make that face before. But if I shut up and do as she says, nothing gets solved. I'd never know the truth. I can't back down from this. Now that we're facing each other, I just gotta go for it. Because the thing that you should have done was to move it to the crouch position and then investigate, right? But instead they're like, no, keep walking, you know? It's so unsettling.
水香さんが君島レポートの1を持ってったのは知ってる。
Well, yeah, but that's the problem. They are both. They're idiots and teenagers.
「聞かせてほしいんだけど、水香さんは俺の味方なわけ？それとも敵？」
Misuka-san lets out a troubled sigh.
知りたくないことまで知らされるかもしれないんだよ。
What you talking about?
あんた一人の問題じゃないんだ。10年以上ひた隠しにしてきたことが明るみに出ちまうかもしれない。
I feel like this is that Misaki killed Kimijima quote. I think that is it as a teenager.
隠し事があるんだね、水香さん。しかもそれは俺や世間に知られちゃまずいことに聞こえる。
And Misuka knows about it because she was the only one to really see it.
ああ、そうだよ。
Misuka-san doesn't hesitate and speaks
あ
clearly.
んたやアキみたいに純朴に生きられたらどれだけ良かったことか。この世界はあんたらが思ってる以上に醜くて汚い。それでもさ、そんな中で一生懸命生きている人間がいるんだ。わかりなかい。手を引くんだ。
水香さん、さっきから抽象的なことしか言ってないよ。それじゃあ俺は納得できない。世界規模の大虐殺が起きるかもしれないってのにさ、それと天秤にかけてあえて手を引かせられるほどのカードを持ってるならちゃんと提示してくれないと。
I swallowed back my breath. Whew, I was really forcing myself to play tough just now. Did it work? Your move, Misuka-san. Quite frankly, I wouldn't be surprised if she whipped out a gun and shot me in the forehead right now. That's how intense her aura feels to me. Say something, Misuka-san. I can't endure the silence. Nothing in KB prepared me for this kind of tension.
水香さんってもしかして300人委員会か旅ストック研究所の人？
She doesn't know about it.
違う。
It looks like she didn't understand my question. She looks confused. She doesn't appear to be acting.
俺を殺しに来たんじゃないわけ？
かよ。私が？何バカなこと言ってんだい。
じゃあ
あんたは宝探しのつもりかもしれないけど、それによって古傷をえぐられる人間もいるって話さ。
Yeah.
さっきからそう言ってんだろ。
Our conversation isn't lining up. Listening to her, it sounds like
誰かをかばってるみたいに聞こえるけど。
I get the feeling the wounds she's talking about aren't her own.
誰をかばってるわけ？
それをあんたには教えたくないからこうして止めてるんだろ。
つまり 俺も知ってる誰かってことになる。俺と水香さん、共通の知り合いとなると随分絞られてくるけど。
Musica-san clicks her tongue in response.
カイ、これ以上はあんたと話したくない。いいから言うこと聞きな。
それは俺に対しての頼み。言うこと聞かせたいなら、まず俺と勝負して勝つことだね。
My attempt at challenging her also serves as a means with which to put myself forward. Don't get scared. If you back down, it's over.
もちろん勝負の内容はキルバラ。俺の土俵に上がってきてもらう。それとも、例のゲロマズパッションフルーツマンを1個食べれば、水香さんの持ってる情報を洗いざらい話してくれるわけ？
いい加減にしな。ガキの遊びじゃないんだよ。
それはこっちも同じだ。
I falter a bit from the immense pressure coming off of Mizuka-san as I frantically respond to her
水
words.
香さんが全部話してくれるなら、そっちの要求に乗ってもいいけどさ。
だからカイには話したくないって。
Unexpectedly, far too suddenly, a melody begins to play out in the tranquil little park. The sound quality is very low.
何さこの音。
カゴメカゴメ。
It's playing from both of our Pokecoms. It's happening again. This isn't the first time. An indiscriminate transmission forcibly sends everyone's Pokecoms in a specific area. And regardless of your ringtone settings, it always plays the Kagome Kagome melody upon arrival. If you answer the call, you're greeted with a fax-like transmission sound in a strangely high frequency. The Creamy Tumor reports warned of this Kagome Kagome melody, but nowhere was it written who was sending it nor the intentions of the sender. Is this Mizuka-san's doing? But she looks just as confused as I am. She takes out her Pokecom and looks at the monitor like she's seen a
誰
ghost.
からの電話かわかる？
I shake my head. If Mizuka-san doesn't know, was it sheer coincidence that it rang at this time?
ゲジネ。
I call out to Sister Centipede.
ヤシオさん、
このカゴメカゴメの発信先を特定できない？
不可能です。ゲジネーの能力は通信傍受ではなく、特定のキーワードを検索して無差別にそれに関連する情報を収集することであり。
I'm so... damn it, useless. I give up on trying to go through Sister Centipede just as I'm thinking what to do next.
誰？
Mizuka-san answers the call. A painful noise comes out of her Pokecom. Despite standing a ways away, it's loud enough for me to hear her clearly.
この音は。
水香さん、電話切って！
It's so unpleasant that I instantly cover my ears with both hands. She cuts the call and the sound stops. Silence returns to the area. Feeling relieved, I sit down on a nearby bench and catch my breath. Ignoring me, Mizuka-san turns away and starts walking slowly but awkwardly. The park at Cape Katakura is on top of a cliff. There's a waist-high fencing and beyond that is the cliff. She's heading toward the fencing. That's obviously she's trying to-
水香さん、まだこっちの話は終わってないんだけど。
I think her hug is... Yeah, her hug is going crazy. Mizuka-san doesn't even attempt to answer me. For some reason, she's hitting her hug and twisting her waist around, yet she keeps walking. Yep. Oh, God. I knew that was... Grab her! Knock her over! Please!
なんだこれ。
God, come on! You heard about this! Kai!
なんで急に。
She's acting strange.
どうしたの？
カイ、悪いけどさ、手貸してくんない？なんかこいつ具合が悪いみたいなんで。
I immediately recognize what she's referring to. Then I realize. Mizuka-san's forehead is covered in sweat. She's smiling, but her face is incredibly strained, like she's doing her best to put on a brave face, even though she looked so calm and collected before.
どうしたんだよ。
止まらないんだ。
止まらない？
I don't immediately understand what she's
も
saying.
しかして俺を担いでる？
The fencing doesn't cover the entire cliff. In fact, there are gaps all over. Literally just- oh my god, if she keeps going, she's going to walk through one of those gaps and take a dive right off the cliff! I know! Maybe you should try stopping her! I don't think this is a joke. Mizuka-san suddenly bends her waist and plants her hands down like she's walking on all fours. I can hardly believe what I'm seeing. Despite planting her hands firmly on the ground, her legs keep moving forward.
なんだよこれ
She pitches forward to the point where she could fall over, yet she still doesn't stop moving. It's like her legs have a mind of their own. Her legs.
水香さん捕まって
I finally snap to my senses to run over to her and grab her arms. Oh god. I can't believe it took him that long! Like... Mizuka-san grabs onto my body.
カイ離すなよ
She's pulling on me with an absurd amount of force. I try to brace my legs, but I'm still getting dragged along.
まさか暴走
That's right. Hog's going berserk. It was a hot topic last year. The fact that he didn't think of that immediately! Like, she is the only person he knows who has one! It's not like he had like a bunch of acquaintances who are just walking around with these hogs. Like the fact that that wasn't the first thing he thought of. What is the only thing that's unique about Misaka compared to your other fucking oh my god. Misane and her superiors held media conferences and everything. And it's something you know is coming at some point in the story, right? Ever since they showed that bloody hug. Yeah, people who were wearing rampaging hogs often looked like they were dancing, leading it to be dubbed the hug dance by people online. According to a witness testimony, it almost looked like the hog was deliberately rebelling against its master. The person being dragged along looked like a dancing puppet. The same thing's happening here.
ハグの電源切って
やってるけどダメなんだよ
The hug has immense strength. Even the two of us together can't stop it. Despite its primary role being medical assistance, it's far stronger than any human. I have my feet firmly planted, yet I still can't stop it from taking step after step toward the cliff. In that case,
倒すよ
I judo sweep Misaka-san's legs near her Achilles tendon and forcibly knock her
これな
down.
ら大丈夫でしょ
Misaka-san's soaked in sweat. Her breathing is incredibly heavy. She was likely using all of her strength to fight against her rampaging hug.
助かったよカイまず外しまおう
Mid-speech, Misaka-san's body defies gravity and suddenly springs back up! Despite being on top of her, the force is enough to send me flying. There's no way that just happened. This is impossible. With only the strength of her legs, she flung me off despite me weighing over 50 kilograms and stood back upright. Sprung up is literally the only way to describe what just happened. Normally when you get up off the ground, you support your body with your hands, but that's not what she did. Misaka-san has gone limp. Her body is bent backward in the shape of a bow. She's coughing up blood. This is bad. This is really, really bad. I hurry to my feet and latch onto Misaka-san.
しっかり
And they're in the middle of a completely deserted area, too. Oh, God. Like, no one is there to save them, you know? Oh, God. Oh, God. Misaka-san's eyes are vacant. I was right up next to her when she got up, and I heard what sounded like bone snapping. She may have broken her spine. Oh, God.
くそどうすれば緊急停止とかできないの
Misaka-san's legs continue to move directly for the cliff. This is unreal. It's like some third-rate horror film from half a century ago. I can't believe this is actually happening. It's like the hug is trying to kill Misaka-san. This thing isn't just on a rampage. It's out to kill. I can sense killing intent from this goddamn thing. If not, there's no way it could move like this. It understands the terrain and is intentionally trying to squeeze through the gap so it can drop her off the cliff.
水香さん諦めちゃダメだ
But what can I do? How can I save her from this? I lower my body and crouch all the way down to brace my legs, but I just get dragged along like it's nothing.
なんとかこのハグを外す方法
I tried attaching the hug band, securing it to Misaka-san's legs. I just have to get the buckles off. But Misaka-san keeps moving and I'm panicking too hard. I can't undo them. My left leg suddenly loses its power. We're already at the edge of the cliff. My left leg is hanging in midair. Misaka-san is barely standing on the edge, with my right foot planted right behind her. If she takes one more step, we're both gonna fall. Her voice is weak. Her voice with Misaka-san says something unbelievable.
話せるわけないだろうそんなことしたら死んじゃうじゃないか
やろう
She shoves her elbow in my face.
このままだとカイも道連れだろあんたを巻き込めるかよ
そうだ ミサ姉に電話を。
これは罰。
何の話だよ。
結局さ、私は見て見ぬふりをすることしかできなかった。それが正しかったのかどうか今もわかんない。
She elbows me hard in the jaw. The impact makes my vision go white for a moment as all of my strength leaves my body. Staggered, I'm giving a firm thrust to the chest. As I fall onto my back, I still try to reach out for her, but
なあ、カイ。
it's fucked up.
知らないままでいる方がさ、幸せなこともあるだろう。
My hand doesn't reach her.
だから私が見たことは墓場まで持っていく。これが私なりの友情なのかもね。
Misuka-san is smiling. God damn! Like... Because what it sounds like, right? Because she has direct contact to Misaki, so what it sounds like is that they're doing this on purpose to kill her. To kill her, straight up. The edges of her mouth are stained red with blood. And with the cliff directly in front of her, she turns her head to look back at me. Despite the intense pain she's going through, she manages to force herself to smile.
もしミサに会うことがあったら、こいつをプレゼントしてくれてありがとうって伝
Yes,
えて。
exactly. You sound like one of those conspiracy folks. It makes no sense. This is too much.
こいつのおかげで私は
As Misuka-san smiles,
私はさ、
one leg is already taking a step forward off the cliff.
この2年事故前とほとんど変わらない生活遅れたから。
Only 2 years? Despite not wanting to die, she takes a step forward toward her death.
だからさ、
She steps into the empty air.
ありがとうって。
And then Misuka-san's body disappears from my line of sight.
嘘でしょ。こんな、なんで。ああ、水香さん、水香さん。
I call out to her, but there's no reply. Panicked, I crawl out to the edge of the cliff and look down, only to be met with the image of Misuka-san lying face down on the rocks below. She's dead. Misuka-san is dead. Despite the despair overwhelming me, I whip out my Pokecom and call for an
中島
ambulance.
レポートナンバー7のダウンロードが完了しました。
How can she act like nothing just happened? I pray as I call for an ambulance. Quick, please, come quick. Please, someone save Misuka-san. Oh, God! This is a small island. Do they have enough ambulances to go to both places? My heart feels like it's being squeezed tightly, like someone's crushing it with their bare hands, like I'm about to have an attack. It goes without saying why. I bite my lip and wait for the call to connect. Just hold on, Kaito. Hold off just a little bit longer. I'm riding along with Misuka-san in the ambulance. How many times have I wished to myself that this wasn't real? Inside of this cramped ambulance, no matter where I try to look, I see the emergency responders doing their work. Misuka-san hit her head hard and there's blood gushing out of her forehead. The hug has been removed, but her legs are bent in unnatural directions. The emergency responders keep calling out to her, but she barely responds. I ended up having an attack, so my body was too numb to even cry out, yet everything still hurt. By the time we reach the hospital, the sun is long gone. Oh god. The responders quickly take her out of the vehicle and head to the ER ward with some nurses. I'm left all alone. Is it okay for me to go with them? They're probably gonna start cardiopulmonary resuscitation and likely emergency surgery after that. I probably just get kicked out if I followed along. I ask myself how I can be so calm right now as I head for the lobby. I mean, you're more like numb. I need to contact Misuka-san's parents and Michi. My head hung low, I stagger into the lobby. It's past medical exam hours, so nobody's... And then Jun, Aki, and fucking Frau is right there.
カイ
Someone calls to me and I sluggishly raise my head. The lights are off, making the lobby incredibly dim. I can see 3 figures sitting on the sofa. Meanwhile, on the other bend, okay, what you doing in the hospital? Despite the lighting, I can tell they're all girls. 2 of them are wearing their school uniforms. They're huddled up in the dark. One stands up and looks at me. I immediately recognize them once I inch closer. Akiho and Frau are on the sofa, and sandwiched between them is Juna covering her face.
なんでみんなここに
I still haven't told anyone about Misako-san's accident.
今までどこ行ってたのよ。連絡したのにちっとも繋がらないんだもん。バカ。
Akiho's voice is all choked up. She grabs me by the hand and pulls me far away from the others.
何があったのアキちゃん
スバルがテスト中に事故で。
な
Subaru was caught in an accident?
何それどういうこと
Are you telling me that today of all days Subaru got into an accident and ended up here too? Akio starts crying, so I grab her by the shoulders and shake her lightly. Oh god. The pressure of one giant robot falling on him.
答えろどうしたんだ事故ってどういうことだ
風でガンツク2が転倒してスバルがその下敷きに。
You're kidding.
大丈夫なの
命に別状はないって。
そう
We're so deep in its Jover face, yeah. The relief alone nearly makes me sink to the floor.
足がかなりひどい骨折で、それでジュンがすごく責任感じてて、自分のせいだって。うちもう見てられなくて。
If it fell over during testing, that means Juno was operating it. And then of all times, it fell on someone. Both of those things must be really hard on Juno. Oh.
本当に単なる事故だったと思う本当に純ちゃんの操縦ミスそれとも風のせいそれ以外の要因っていう可能性は
それ以外ってどういう。
カゴメは流れた
カゴメ
そうポケゴンから流れたはず
流れたけど、でもそれは事故が起きた後だよ。
事故の後
The mysterious transmission of Kagome and the sound that accompanies it when you answer. I believe them to be a warning system of some kind. There's no doubt that the call was what caused Misako-san's hug to go haywire. So I consider that maybe Model 2 falling over had something to do with the Committee of 300. I strike my cheeks. None of that means a damn thing right now. There are other things that we need to focus on. Much more important things to be thinking about.
カイねえ、カイはスバルのことを聞いてここに来たの？カイに何度電話しても繋がらなかったから。
I press my forehead against the wall in the hallway. I let out another deep sigh. This day is too much.
ね
スバルのご両親がもうすぐ来るはず。殴られるの覚悟しなきゃね。
そういうのは俺が代わりに引き受けるよ
でも部長はうちだし。
ミッチーは
今病院の先生と話してる。
そう
I need to tell Michi about Misako-san. When we return to the lobby, Michi just happens to exit the examination room.
おうヤシオ来たか
ミッチー、スバルの様子は？
あ
He's apparently already been filled in on the details of the accident. Juno's red, swollen eyes cling to Michi. He takes her gaze and, with a stern expression on his face, he sighs lightly.
足の怪我なかなりひどいみたいだ命に別状はないこれは間違いないんだがもしかしたら後遺症が残るかもしれん
Permanent. Oh god. Does that mean he won't recover?
それ一体どういう。
もう二度とまともに歩けなくなる可能性があるってことだ。
Oh god.
そんな。
Of all things that could happen. Of all things that could happen. After hearing Michi's words, Juna covers her face and breaks down into tears again.
私のせいです。私のせいで。ジュンのせいじゃないよ。
Plus starts rubbing Juna's back in a comforting way. Like if it's anyone's fault, it's all of you. No one stopped anyone, you know? And all that carefully built confidence is gone in a moment! I know! Fucking years worth of progress just fucking gone. Gone like particles in the wind, you know, like, Still Juna's sobbing doesn't stop. I mean, will she ever?
両親はまだか。
まだ来てない。
そうか。
A heavy silence settles over us. Ascenda Michi kneels down on the ground. He should have been there. Yeah, see, that's the thing. He should have been there!
お前ら、すまなかった。
ミッチ。
He should have been there.
今回のことは、先生の監督不行き届きであり、すべて先生の責任だ。
Exactly. Like if anyone is gonna end up taking responsibility for this, it's not gonna be the fucking teenagers.
どんな責めも先生が被るつもりではいる。だがな、そうだとしても、ロボ部のことは守れんかもしれん。もしかすると、万博の出展も。
Nobody can say anything. It's hard watching Michi like this. Imagining how the Robotics Club could be devastated in the upcoming storm is an incredibly depressing feeling. Akio's dream of going to the expo feels like a lit candle in the wind.
謝るのはうちの方だよ、ミッチ。迷惑かけてごめんなさい。気が緩んでた。もっと安全管理をちゃんとすべきだった。
I lend Michi a hand and help him stand.
実は別件でもう一つ話が。
Bunch of teenagers discovers heavy winds on a bloody island they lived almost all their life. More news at 11.
別件？どういうことだ？
I jerk my chin to indicate that we should go elsewhere. We distance ourselves a bit from Akihon and the others.
単刀直入に言うけど、水香さんが崖から落ちた。
それは日高の事故に巻き込まれたのか？
I shake my head.
全く別。門倉岬でたまたま一緒でさ。
無事なのか？
No.
まさか。
もしかしたらさ。
Is it really okay to say it? Isn't there still some hope? I don't know, but seeing what went on inside the ambulance has left me hopeless. The memory of what happened replays in my mind. The smile Misaka-san wore in the end is like a knife twisting in my chest. Yeah. Before I realize it, my eyes are filled with tears.
助からないかもしれない。
And then, Michi staggers. He looks dumbfounded as he falls to one knee and holds his forehead. How back can one fall from a cliff into a rock be? Oh, I don't know, I can crush your skull! It's clear how much of a shock this is for him.
まだそうと決まったわけじゃ。
Michi stands back up. As far as I can tell, he seems calm. That's unexpected. I thought he'd panic or ask if I'm messing with him. That's the kind of guy I figured him for. Like, it's so weird, right? Because he does feel like that kind of guy, but it's... I don't know. Like, I feel like he's had to deal with some shit.
一体何があった？
ハグが急に暴走。
暴走？去年ニュースになってたやつか？
俺、水香さんのこと助けられなかった。
If Skull cracks, it could be good, right? It's like one of those helmets that crack take the blow and energy, right?
目の前で落ちてったんだ。必死に止めようとしたんだけどダメで。
That's so sad. Like, man, he's such a little asshat that you keep forgetting he's just a kid, you know? You want to make fun of him, but then this happens and you're just like, God damn, like, he's been through it. Like, I feel like he's just as much of a cynic as Subaru is sometimes, you know? Oh, God.
よく教えてくれた。イレなら大丈夫だろう。学生の頃のバイクでやった事故だってな。普通だったら死んでたらしいんだ。でもあいつは生きてた。そういうタフな女なんだよ。これ豆知識な。
Yeah, with this woman I knew almost all my life just yeeted. Like, he's been through it before when she had her first accident.
とにかくお前だけでも無事でよかったよ。
Stop it, Mitchie. Stop acting like such an actual good teacher for once. Oh God. I mean, come on. Let him comfort you for once in your life. Lunadana Subaru might not work. No, we do not give him a hug. We give him a cane, okay? Old-fashioned style. He gets a cane and he gets to pick the coolest cane ever, okay? He's gonna be so cool. We're gonna give him a custom Pleiades cane, okay? Just for him. I've been trying so hard to keep myself together. I'm not keeping myself together. Holy shit. Fuck this game. Can it be my cocaine? Why not? But now I'm a mess. I just want to break down and cry like a little kid. I wipe my tears and shake my head. Michi nods in response.
連絡は俺がしておく。お前も少し座って休め。
Michi then leaves me behind. He walks outside by himself. It looks like his shoulders were trembling. I hope from the bottom of my heart that Mizuko-san survives for Michi's sake too. Who even knows what to do anymore? Outside the window, the rain continues to gently fall. I think this is probably a good spot. I don't think another spot is gonna come up for a while where we can just, cause I need a break. I need a mental break after this. Oh my god. What the fuck is wrong with you? No! Unacceptable! No, I'm mad now. A fine definition of good spot. I don't know. It's a spot. Oh god. Exosphere breaker and by the way, can I just like oh my god. The title of this route is I really love big robots. And this is the shit we've been exposed to? Excuse me? Bro? Oh god, I'm so tired. Oh god. Oh god, oh god. I'm just gonna... I'm gonna go for now. Yeah, indeed. I'm gonna go for now. I'm gonna get some food. And I'm gonna sit in my corner and think about this. Cause that's a lot. That's very much. Remember to get some rest. Get some hydration. Take care of yourselves. I'm a mess. Love you guys so much. I'll see you on Thursday. You guys are amazing. Goodbye and good night.